Start recording.
I'm going to take a wild guess that your shield is the only way you can cast and you can't replace it.
That's correct. I'm also not proficient with shields.
Due to a small oversight.
TPK.
When we last left off, you guys were leaving the Tinker District out to the outer travel ring to head over to the military district. I mentioned that Tev has the Entertainment Guild badge on him, but he also, because he joined the militia, he also has the crossed swords insignia as part of the part-time soldier type deal. Because the militia, they're not full-time, so they'll still have their main guilds, but then they part-time as soldiers as well. So you have both badges. Otherwise,
we don't need no stinking badges, senor.
Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be able to get into the military district just by trying to walk into it. That's like trying to walk onto a military base saying, hey, we're going to go check some stuff out.
I did it before.
You would generally have to find a recruiter, and then they would bring you into the military district. So you guys exit the Tinker District, unless there's any last things you guys wanted to do in the Tinker District.
Surprise, all we're doing today is mech racing.
Yes!
Good. Amal found out that he has a crippling gambling addiction.
There might be a possibility for gambling.
An episode
today.
of the Flintstones where Fred's like, bet.
Seth, you should see what I do on the stock market. I have a crippling gambling addiction.
It's not gambling, it's economics, says people.
It's just losing
just
money.
completely out of touch with reality. It's not a slot machine. It's completely
100%.
a casino.
So, as you guys hit the main travel ring, as you've seen before, there's two major highway type tracks that you see, trams and carts and stuff that are occasionally moving one direction while the others are moving the other direction. There's goods and people and all sorts of manner of things on these carts that they go by. As you walk up to it, there's a person that's selling tickets. There are walkways, so you don't have to take it, but it's just like walking a circle around New York City or taking the bus or the train or anything like that, the subway. So you have the option to walk if you want, but it'll probably take you at least an hour to get to the military district. Or you can hop on one of the train carts for 5 silver apiece.
5 silver? That's pretty cheap.
I'm good with that.
I'd take a train car.
Also, how much weight is going to be on here with both of us in one?
These things are used to carrying like heavy. They're fairly large.
Oh, that's fair.
It's like as wide as.
Okay, it's not just dwarf transport. It's everything.
No, it's probably 20 foot wide.
No, okay. Inventory reducing by 5 silver.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Hopefully everybody has 5 silver.
I should.
I might have to break a gold, but I'm good for it.
Oh man, I reprinted all the maps for the world and for the Dwarven continent, but I did not reprint the map for the city itself. I've
I
got
don't
those
have
somewhere.
silver, so how do you break a gold?
It's worth
10
10.
silver. So
you're
remove a
removing
gold,
gold.
add 10
There we
silver,
go.
and then remove 5 silver.
There we
Or
go.
just add 5 silver?
So you
Yeah, that's
guys,
true.
you guys are coming out of the Tinker District. You would have to travel either the very, very long way of going counterclockwise and go through construction, school, market, housing to military, or go from the Tinker and go to foundry, mining, military, the fast track.
The Foundry District.
The outer travel ring is safe.
Yes.
Going through that. Okay.
Yeah, because this is the main artery of the capital. This is how everybody gets around from district to district.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just go the safe route. The quick
The
route.
safe route. They're both
The safe
safe.
route. The quick route.
And so glancing around, you would see there are the stereotypical dwarven mechs that you've seen before. Well, actually, they're technically the gnomish mechs that the dwarves have repurposed into military use. That have some of them have cannons welded to the side of it. Some of them have big, massive mace fists, and they're just kind of stomping around. And there's also groups of soldiers that are walking intermittently as well. And so as you guys hop on the train cart, there's a couple of other people there with you, a couple gnomes that are sitting there quietly, and a couple dwarves sitting there quietly as well.
How long will this? Do you know how long this train will take to get to the military district?
You see,
It's wonderful when you forget and then jump back into it.
So-
I'm a character now.
you see what judging by the way dwarves are, you can figure out that it's a female, even though she has a small trimmed beard. And
I now have that small trim beard.
yes. Roll for performance check.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, it's a natty 15, so this will probably be good. Just a second.
That's pretty good.
Maybe. I don't know what my performance is.
Like, if you have to be known for
16.
a thing. If you have to be
16
known for a
performance.
thing, it should be that.
16. So, as Tev poses this question, you see this dwarven female in formal, clean clothes, and she kind of jumps with a start as you speak. But then she looks up, sees your beard, and is momentarily frightened by your massive portal size. Momentarily frightened by this giant elephantine person in front of her, and
I do my best snapping turtle smile.
but then she sees, it's hard to see your smile because you now have a beard in front of your face, and she sees that, and is momentarily not as frightened because she's like, oh, you have a nice beard there.
I will use prestidigitation to make his beard smell like roses.
That's nice.
And you see her kind of sniff. That's nice.
You see,
She relaxes a little.
you see Vixie and just kind of roll his
Still
eyes.
smells like crap.
Yeah, no, that dissipated.
Yeah.
You see, but you see Vixie and just like roll his eyes because he knows, like. Ugh.
She coughs a little and kind of clears her nose and goes, you'll have to forgive me. I'm a little sick today, but it'll take probably about 10 minutes to get to. Well, sorry. I guess that's where you guys are going.
Military district.
Military district.
Yeah, so it'll probably take about 10 minutes to get there. I don't know how I knew how long it'd take to get to your specific district, but
There are about 10 minutes on that.
That's
well,
okay.
she-
That's
she-
okay. We
so-
didn't really ask.
that's actually where I'm going as well. And as you can actually see the cross swords badge on her shoulder as well. And so she's not wearing the crisp uniforms of a soldier. She is still wearing nice, clean, formal clothes, almost like kind of a dress parade type outfit. And so she's it'll take about 10 minutes.
Vixian has his cowl up. He doesn't really. I'm trying to give the air of, please nobody talk to me.
Well, so then she continues on to the two massive people in front of her, and she's like, "What are you guys going to the military district for?"
I've got some new recruits for the militia.
Yeah.
She doesn't notice your badge, just offhand. So then she goes, "Oh, yeah, I heard that Guard Captain Seamus was trying to expand the local militia that have, journeyed here to the capital that are not of the dwarven folk. So that's nice."
I look up and I say, we had heard that he was trying to expand, but not really sure why. I'm just looking for work. You know why he's looking to expand?
Make a an insight check.
On you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just roll it.
that's terrible. 5.
Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't pick it up. Ted, you can make it too, because she was.
Oh, that's
Speaking
how an
to
insight
you.
check would work in this case.
Insight. Okay. Natty 1.
oh,
So
no.
that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, so you guys
Total
cannot
7.
pick up what she's inferring with her tone of voice at all. So what was your question, Vix?
Why are they expanding the military?
Well, that's a good question. Seamus just got permission to do this recently. We had a small band of people that traveled here that really couldn't find anywhere else to fit in with, and he got permission to start training them because it was either that or they were wandering the streets. And after that 24-hour period, and when you don't have your guild that you've joined, they toss you out. Well, I mean, you're supposed to leave, but we had plenty of people that weren't really inclined to follow the rules, and so rather than just hunt these people down and constantly be throwing out people that don't want to follow the rules, he decided to start employ them in the military and training them and giving them some structure and a purpose. And it really took off. It helped clean up the street of all the people that hadn't found another guild to join. So it's helped some, but you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're not necessarily needed.
Did they happen to be from Brecken?
Well, they're from all over the place.
Okay.
I mean, the Brecken are mainly the gnomish, but I mean, this militia's got everybody: humans, elves, halflings. I don't know how the halflings exactly got here, but those that did make it this way, you know.
So what exactly does this militia do? I'm still pretty new to it.
Then why, sir, did you join the militia if you don't know what they're doing?
He's just giving you a
Were you
hard
not
time.
properly recruited or explained to this by your recruiter?
I think my recruiter was drunk, so...
Oh, well that checks out.
How many vets do you know that are just like my recruiter lied to me?
The soldiers that get picked to do this, most of them, they're not exactly volunteers. It's more of, you know, Seamus is the captain, and if you draw the short straw, it's your job to do that, to go out and do the recruiting. You know, like I said, the militia isn't exactly needed, and so most of the dwarves around here don't feel that there's a purpose for it, and that it's actually doing any good. So
that explains a lot.
But so back to your question. So they mainly do patrols through like the market area because that's the melting pot of the capital. You know, that's where everybody from around the world that comes to visit the capital. That's the main area that they're allowed to go, and so it's nice to have a common familiar face when, let's say, you were an elf visiting from the kingdoms and you see an elf on patrol. You know, it kind of puts you better at ease.
I am rather friendly to elves, so that makes sense.
I cock my head up at him, just kind of gobs like.
Well, you still got your
I
cowl up.
put my arm around Vixie.
You can make another insight check.
I don't know if we want this to play out. I don't know how I'm gonna handle it.
21.
When you said you are rather friendly to elves, she gave you a not so nice look. But then she kind of shrugged it off and went back to
I'll lift my glasses and give her one.
You are pure chaos, dude.
She winks back at you. She rolled fairly high. All right.
Nice.
So
I blink.
And Vixie at this point doesn't
she
necessarily.
doesn't see that.
I don't say anything because game recognized game, so I just grin like, you know, you can't tell if it's a smile or a rictus of pain with his arm around me.
All right, so you guys are on the train
though,
cart
right?
for a few minutes,
That's why.
and it rolls past the different districts. You
Can I try one?
go past the Foundry district,
I bet they do.
and
They're weird. Yeah. If you smile, they'll go up and down.
you go past the Foundry district, and as you pass it, make a perception check. To anybody that wants to look.
Oh, I'm perceptive.
I'm percepting, all right.
It's
Natty 20.
He percepted way more
For a
than
total
me.
of 26.
But I
I'm gonna
percepted.
percept too.
18.
Natty 18, so not bad.
Wow, I
needed
was the
one
least
good roll.
perceptive here.
I
Unless,
needed one good roll.
What's your modifier?
Something in my mouth.
Did I turn it off? Hold on.
My
No, it's
modifier.
gone.
Okay.
Red light.
I couldn't see it from over here. So oh no.
Let me make sure it's still. Yep, the sound bar's still mounting.
Okay.
So as you guys go by the Foundry district and you glance over at the massive doors that every district has that you go through, when you went through from the mining district, there was just Ralph and Rolf. They were the only two there guarding that door. As you came, well, you didn't go through when you went through the first time to the Tinker district before your souls got sucked back in, it was just Ralph and Rolf. And there wasn't really much of a guard detail there. As you go by on the outer travel ring and you look at these massive gates, there are 2 mechs and 6 guards on foot in front of that door as you go by.
You can also just tap her on the shoulder and say, hey.
And since you rolled so high, you can actually faintly hear over the racket of the train a loud boom on the other side of the gate occasionally. Boom.
Is it like a something getting smacked boom or cannon boom?
So
Something blunt hitting it.
Okay.
on the other side of the gate, so it's like trying to get out.
Right. And that's only because you rolled so ridiculously high. Because there's a lot of racket going on with the trains rolling, and the other makes on patrol going by.
Hey, Mr. Elephant Man, you can turn into a bird.
So I look over at you. I look over at Amal, and I'm like, "Do you hear that? Do you?"
As the person with the lowest roll, hear what?
I look up. I look up begrudgingly at Teb, like, "Do you hear something?"
So, is there any way that I can is there any place that I can maybe slip away from the other people in the train so they can't see me transform?
I mean, you're on a fast-moving train car, so
I'm just picturing you trying to fly up.
Just jump out the window and polymorph in the air?
well, so open
That would
train
be
car,
dope,
open train
though.
car. So picture like a pontoon boat on train wheels.
Okay.
So I mean, you could easily jump out the back, but
People will be concerned.
Yeah. I just don't exactly want them to see me
Yeah.
do
Oh.
that.
I don't know how to do it. I mean, I could do pass without a trace.
But there's nowhere for me to hide though.
Yeah,
It's just an open.
because I have
Yeah.
hide and play inside. But
I don't know how you're gonna hide an elephant on a.
Also,
plain sight.
we'd be splitting the party, and I bet.
Well, if I just did a
Great.
quick flyover and
Are
then
you faster than a train?
So
Probably
there's
not.
also verbal semantics, and it requires ashes from a burned leaf, a mistletoe, and a
Oh,
sprig
now.
of
Oh,
spruce.
okay. So now we're gonna pay attention.
No. So
Kidding.
I don't require you to have this stuff, but you're sitting on a train cart in front of dwarves
In this
and gnomes and stuff like
situation,
that, and
it's
so
important.
you have to speak the spell and pull these things out and do the stuff with them. So you would have to make sleight of hand checks to hide yourself in your cloak and start catching
Not
yourself.
worth
This
it.
isn't like when you're out doing stuff. I don't care about that. But when you're right in front of somebody and you're trying to discreetly do
Right.
something,
No, I get your
that's when
reasoning
it's right.
for sure.
He's
for
just doing
sure.
the full Batman.
Yeah.
In this particular case, it would matter.
Now, if you pulled your cow back and revealed your elf ears, they'd probably just be stupid stuff and just ignore what you're doing.
come to think of it, they're used to seeing weird stuff. They've seen magic, so they won't think this is too weird.
Oh, I was about to accuse you of being a heretic, but I
You
know
could,
what you mean now.
Yeah.
you could say so.
So Ted's just gonna jump out the side of the car and polymorph in the air and do an owl.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna give
If
about.
he says make an acrobatics check, I will fucking lose it.
I'm gonna do about 4 perception checks for who sees you. Whoa.
I start screaming as loud as I can out of nowhere.
So I rolled 2 natural 20s, a 19, and an 8.
Yeah, they all see me.
So the meta ones were for the mechs. So the
Oh, no.
dwarven
Oh,
guards.
I've just scared everyone on the
See you.
train. I thought you were.
The people on the train, an 8 and a 20. The gnomes see you, but the dwarves do not. So the lady that was talking to you is now staring at the turtle, admiring your beard, and just completely misses you. But the gnomes, who were not in the conversation and were idly chatting, see you. So they watch you, polymorph into what'd you say you turned into?
An owl.
An owl. So an owl. And again, they've seen magic, so they're like, oh, cool. And they go back to chatting. But the guards see you. Oh, cool. Now they're watching you.
Yeah, I'm just flying overhead and looking down.
Okay. So you're in
how high would I be if I don't go
it's
up?
50 feet tall walls.
Okay.
Also known as within crossbow range.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna probably climb a little bit.
How high are you going?
Say 60 feet in the next 6 seconds.
Okay. So make a perception check.
Okay. This is an owl perception, so I'm going to have to look up owl stats real quick.
I think they get.
In my head, I'm
get
just
advantage
picturing
on
the
that.
owl from Ocarina
They
of
get
Time.
advantage because owls are
Sight
pretty
based,
cool.
yeah. Most of the birds get
They,
advantage.
they have keen sight.
Does anyone else picture the owl from Ocarina of Time for this?
So that'd be a 16.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as you crest the top of the
Accidentally hit, yes.
the top of the wall, you see the guards
Ally.
looking at you. So you know that they know you're there. And as you come over the wall, you see the same guns that you saw on the inner wall moving along their train tracks. And there is an interval of them, but this is broad daylight. Each gun has 2 dwarven guards with it, and they're so if you're just going straight up, let's see, I'm gonna do 2.
Just picture all the guns turn and aim at the bird. If
So-
they all hit you at the same time, you don't die. The bird does.
So the one that
No,
just
but that'll take fall
passed,
damage.
the one that just passed clocks you, but the other one that's coming up on you, you probably got a good minute or 2 before it's on you, does not, like, you see the guards looking in a different direction, but the one that just passed in front of you, like, you can see the guards clocking that there's an owl there. They didn't see you transform, but there's an owl there.
Okay.
So they see you, but they're not exactly training their guns on you.
That's good.
Probably just one of those, an owl. Awful early for them to be up.
Literally, all I'm trying to do is look down and see what's hitting the gate.
Okay. So as you look over the edge, you'll have to make another perception check for that.
Okay. So
That'll
that'd be
do.
a 21.
Oh man, your perception check is so high. So there is a little layer of fog that's still in there, and so just the general person looking down probably wouldn't be able to make it out. But your keen owl eyesight can pierce through the veil of this fog, and you see a large, 25-foot tall humanoid. Just a rough outline of them, just banging on the door.
25-foot tall humanoid. That is huge. That's
That's-
interesting.
That's giant size,
Yeah.
but
But still,
yeah.
that makes Tev look tiny, so that I'm gonna say that's huge.
That's very
Typical,
big.
typical hill giant size.
I'm going to what's the word? I'm going to fly inconspicuously like an owl would towards the
Towards what?
see if I can catch up with the train, I guess.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Athletics, that is not going to be good.
That's just funny. He
That's
says
going to be very
inconspicuously and he makes the wrong owl noise.
Doesn't even make an owl noise.
Yeah.
Could cause, not owl noise.
So, the roll is a 15, but strength minus 4, that would take it down to a 13. Or wait, no, minus 4, that'd be 11. Okay, yeah, 11.
All right, so you really struggle,
Seen worse.
but it takes you basically catch up to it right as it gets to the military district. Like right as they're slowing down to a stop, you like swoop in, and are you going to change back?
The owl will land right where Tev was sitting, and then just transform back in.
It would have been way funnier if you would have landed on my shoulder
And
and then transformed.
and killed.
I wasn't gonna say shit. I wanted it to play out naturally, but that would have been hilarious.
You would have died.
Oh, for sure.
That
I
would've
would have
been it.
deserved it because of all the stuff I did. Backstory.
So all right, so as you land and crash, it's not. I mean, if you want to make an acrobatics check, we can see how graceful you land after pushing your little bird wings to its limit to catch up to this train cart.
I'm gonna pull my owl stats back up.
Owl stats. Owl stats.
Travis check
Okay.
his owl stats.
So this
Rolling
would be at
dice.
+1.
Checking stats. Trying to
16,
see
I
if
rolled a
he
15
falls on
again.
his ass.
16.
So you at least
No.
you don't come rolling into the cart, but it's not the pretty. I mean, you land on your seat, and there's sweat coming off of Ted's body as you just back into elephantine form, like right next to him. And
You're the only one who could make the "and boy are my arms tired" joke.
the dwarves and gnomes just kind of jump, and
What? What?
you realize you could have stayed on the train cart And you would have made it here. You didn't really save any time.
I don't know what you're
She's
talking
under
about.
the assumption that you're trying to hurry past the cart in your bird form, but couldn't keep up. Yeah, I guess you haven't picked up that the dwarven inventions here, they're quite nice. You don't have to worry about the other nations, lagging behind with their little horse-drawn carts. I mean,
Yeah. You know, it is impressive. I'm not going to try that again.
Amal slowly brings his hand toward his wrist thing for his mech and decides better.
I love that it's just comedy now. Like that's what we do.
Well, that means it needs to be awful if you guys are. See, look at that. She's shoving her head between the floating thing and the glass.
Yep.
Not particularly intelligent creatures, are you?
Because there's a big giant rock thing over there they could stand on. I think they have to stand on something so they can nap with their head above the water. So they stand on that little tiny tree instead of the big giant rock ledge.
And for the audience, we're watching Mike's turtles.
No, we're watching my kids. My children need to keep their heads above water so they don't drown. All right, so the train car comes to a stop, and the two dwarves stand up and they get off. And
Right there in front of everybody?
yes, exactly. They start walking towards
Love
the
this
gate,
place.
and you guys are free to do whatever.
So I look at Ted and I ask quietly, what'd you see up there?
I saw the largest humanoid I've ever seen other than your mother.
I just shut my eyes. I grin and bear it.
Okay, right. Last one. I'll give you a break for a while. But that is what I saw, a giant. 25 feet-ish tall. Not exactly. I'm sure that is a rough estimate.
I start asking
I could only
specifics.
see an outline.
Okay, so I ask a few specifics because I have a thing as a hunter. I'm used to bigger creatures and shit like that. I'm trying to figure out exactly what this thing is. What I know based on the minimal details he gives me, what kind of giant this would be.
So, similar fashion, just like in front of the Foundry District, this being the military district, they're probably going to have a fairly decent amount of guards there. And so you see a few mechs and a handful of soldiers just kind of milling about there. There's people going in and out because these gates are open, so it's not as heavily, everybody concentrating right there, patting people down or anything like that. They're just in the area. And as you walk up to the gates, you see the same gate houses or guard houses that you see in all the other ones with the same bald-headed, red bushy beard, Ralph and Rolf on either side of it.
Amazing. I was hoping to be them. Sorry. It's my favorite two guys.
And everybody that approaches the gate gets the same, "Hey, buddy, what's your business here, pal?"
Alright.
Amazing.
I'm just happy to see they're alive.
Yeah. The last time we saw them, it was some
There
bad,
was some nightmares
bad
going on.
nightmare shit.
And
Actually, Glitch is the only one who saw that. That was in the
that's
room
true.
with Glitch.
That's true. We don't know about that.
The zombie version that was eating the other.
you
Yeah.
did fight them though, in the tower.
Yeah.
You fought them.
Oh, did we?
Yes, you killed them both.
It's been a long time.
But did we see
One of them was playing with a toy crossbow and you
Yeah.
murdered, and then the other one you just completely immobilized and then just hacked
Pushed
it to
him out
death.
the window, I
Oh
think.
yeah, you did push him out the window because he
that's
fell
right.
into the river of lava. I was trying to remember. I remember his weapon falling down there, but I can't remember if he did.
I went down there looking for his weapon. I remember that now.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, and I think Delaris has his acid-eaten sword or something like that.
Yeah.
So anyways, so you guys fought them and brutally murdered both.
Okay, been a while. Sorry.
That was last night.
Tev knows none of that, so I don't think Tev has actually seen them before.
No.
So I look over at them all like, hi.
Hey, buddy! Proof of entrance, please, pal.
Oh, we're here to join the army.
Please allow me. And I'll move my cloak out of the way to reveal my militia badge.
Oh, good job, pal. You got recruiter duty today. Sucks to be you, buddy. And they wave you in.
All right.
As I'm walking by, I look up at Rolf and I go, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling swell, pal. How about you, guy?
Oh, I'm confused. Great. I'm good. Just,
have a good day. And he turns to the next person.
boy, you said it. Keep walking.
So, as we're walking, once we get past everyone, Tev will walk beside Vixian and he'll say, Vixian?
Yeah. I already have my eyes shut, just preparing for another.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Do want you to know that I'm not sorry for anything I said.
Uh-huh.
I think it was funny.
Uh-huh.
And I have no reason to think that anything that I said was inaccurate. But I recognize
Can't wait.
that at the moment, our interests are aligned.
Okay.
And it'd be better if we worked together to accomplish my mission. And I can say you showed spine standing up to me, and I can respect that. And only that about you. But more importantly, I can work with spine. That's all.
I pull out my flask and I take a long pull and put it back.
Of the swamp postcock?
No!
Swamp
Yeah.
postcock?
I switch his flask with one of those very stealthily.
Do you?
I
Sleight
try.
of hand check.
Oh, man. Is that going to be up against my perception?
Your passive perception.
Okay.
It didn't work. Just a second.
Where do you find passive
7.
perception? Abilities?
Vixian. Hey, passive perception is 12.
Nice at.
Or 16. Sorry, passive perception is 16.
Yeah,
passive
yeah.
insight is 12.
All he sees is that I'm just holding one and I'm pushing it.
I look at it and I go, maybe later.
I put it back. Disappointed.
Alright. Yeah, so that's all Tev wanted to say.
So as you enter the military district, anybody that wants to take a gander around is welcome to make a perception check.
That was one of my favorite apologies, non-apologies that I've ever been given.
It was not an apology.
I know, but the way it was framed, it was, and then it wasn't so quickly.
Dirty 20.
I've never heard it
50.
called dirty 20 before.
Yeah, dirty means it's not natural.
Yeah, it's not natural. Yeah,
I use the word modified. That's fine.
yeah.
Modified
I like
20.
dirty way better.
Yeah.
Nasty 20.
What are the nasty 20s?
Unnatural 20.
So Tev's already seen this part of the military district from when he joined the militia. Glancing around, to your right, you'll see another set of large walls, which you saw those before when you guys were running through there after the fight night in the middle of it. Just like how the Tinker district also had a partitioned corner off of it with walls, similar fashion. But so you see about 40-foot tall walls, not which you wouldn't know this, but not as thick as the outer travel ring walls, and you see a set of gates that's basically probably half the size of the ones you just walked through on the side of it, and that's to your right, and to your left you see a row of buildings. You see a rifle range. You see an area with soldiers drilling, and looks like a bunch of storage sheds with weapons and stuff and armor. And off in the middle of it, you see a group of just 2 dwarves, and then everybody else in the gaggle of people there are non-dwarves. I mean, from all walks of the world, you see a small rat guy, a couple halflings, a gnome, satyrs, even Little John, and they're all just kind of wandering around. You even see a family of goats that's there, trying to join up, but they can't speak common, so it's hard.
Did we find goats?
Potentially, there's a whole family there. Hey, one of them died.
Oh no!
Level up.
Oh, that's the. I see.
Oh, that's fucked up.
This is the only. I think this is the first time Tevis has been with the party and seen goats. Oh, I love goats.
Oh, you were just gonna fit right in.
I look at you. I look at them all. I go, is he though?
That's you get a point. But he loves goats.
You were like a pink sweater in a sea of black shirts.
Oh, he's the protagonist.
That's pretty good. I like that. It's pretty good.
On my list of.
Or like
here we go.
Like from the Kill Switch video. The Kill Switch video was you stick out like a black guy in a metal band. Which is funny because their vocalist is black.
Howie. So.
Put out a new track, by the way.
As you walk up, it's been a few days, so it's been a little traumatic for you guys. But if you two want to make a history check, just Omal and Vic.
You see them all. You see
Dirty one.
We'll
that's
see.
A dirty one.
Natty 4.
Not a natural one.
We'll see.
I'm pretty sure Amal has a negative to intelligence stuff. So.
Yep, that's a dirty one.
I got a
Nasty
natural
one.
4.
So it's been fairly traumatic these past couple days. You don't recognize the two dwarven guards that are up there. But as you walk up, you see.
Beer check.
So there's a male and a female. The male is leaning up against a stack of crates, and he's got a large scar across his face. And he's got a big brown beard that hangs down normally, but he's got it like curled up into his mouth, and he's like chewing on it like you would like a piece of hay or something like that, a straw. And he's just like leaning back, chewing on it, and he's fairly quiet. But next to him, you see a female dwarf who's exceptionally ugly, and like you can just see like pock marks all over her. She's got battle scars, very well, solidly built. So you know she's a soldier, but. She's not going to win any beauty pageants here. And she's just screaming at all the people that are milling about. You maggots, get in line! Oh, that's not how you do it! She's just red in the face from where she's been screaming. And are you guys walking up towards them?
I mean, I believe you're leading, Mr. Tev, so...
I am?
We're following you, aren't we?
Congratulations, you were hoping to get away from that.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna go over team leader.
Yeah, sure. We'll walk over to her. Yeah.
So as you walk up, you recognize Doldrum, the male dwarf, and he kind of leans forward as he sees you. And he's like, "Did you give them a false name when you joined?"
Oh, I did not. I wouldn't have given them a real name. Hold on, let me make up a name real quick.
The great
This is a DM
and powerful
problem.
wizard.
This is a DM thing.
Morph you backs.
And episode 2 of the latest campaign, whenever they asked what name should we give him, he's like, as he leans back and thinks to himself, as I lean back and think to myself.
Okay.
I gotta finish episode 2 and start 3.
I'm still on episode 2. I've got like 30 minutes left of episode 2.
Tev would have introduced himself as, hello, I am Yulyar.
Yulyar. So Doldrum leans forward and goes, Yulyar. I see you finally came back for guard duty? It's been what? A day?
Oh, give or take. And I've actually got some recruits.
And he kind of glances around and is like, that you do. Alright, well.
Perfect.
I've already signed in all these other new recruits over here. He just kind of shakes his head as he looks in their direction. But then he looks back at your group and sees that you guys are you guys openly carrying? You've got a dagger. That's about all you got.
I've got a dagger in these hands.
And you've got an unstrung bow probably across your back.
Yeah. And
And
I've
a
also
sword
got
in your
my
Your scimitar is a fire.
yeah. Well,
You've got one scimitar of fire and one. You got something. Oh, you got
the
that
lightning
lightning
crossbow.
You got a
but
lightning
I have
crossbow.
to attune to it, correct?
Yeah. So I mean, but it's still there on you, right?
It's wherever.
Because it's a
I would-
heavy crossbow, so that's a fairly big thing.
Didn't that take a short rest to attune to?
Yeah,
you would have
Okay,
attuned
so,
I've already, okay.
okay.
I have it slung over my back.
So you've got that. Marge has her large assault rifle slung over her back. and she's wearing a pack, so you can see the stock sticking out and the barrel sticking out. But for the most part, you know, you guys look like you could handle a fight or two. And so he kind of looks the group up and down. He's like, well, looks like you might have brought me somebody worthwhile here today.
Thanks.
He says, you know, this miserable lot over here just got done running through the standard training course, but I think I've got time to run a new group through the training course if you're wanting to show me what you got. And right about that time, you guys hear loud stomps. And as you look around behind you, you see a group of mechs, 4 mechs to be exact, walking towards you. And they are throwing things out of their way. And there's even actually a couple people that get in their way, and they just take their massive metal gauntleted hands and just like shove them out of the way as they stomp forward. And the one in the front, who's piloting a mech that looks much different than the other mechs around him, speaks up, and he goes, "Doldrum, what kind of a miserable lot you got today? I've been getting some awful reports about these new recruits. They did a piss poor job at doing their guard duties yesterday. We can't be running this kind of a business here. I don't even know why we've got these people here." And Doldrum just looks up and he's like, "Listen, I'm not here because I want to be. This is what Seamus told me to do, so this is what I'm going to do." And he's like, "When are you going to move out of that miserable lot underneath Seamus? You know he's a terrible captain. Listen, all this lot here, they're just pointless. Just send them home. We don't need them. We don't need them. Tell them to all go away." And you see, you know, the 2 halflings are like, "But we don't have any money, and this is the only way." And they're just like, "Just shut your miserable snouts there. Listen here. I need to prove that you guys are actually worthy of doing anything. So anybody that would actually like to join the guard duty needs to show me what you're made of, and we're going to play a round of griffball. Anybody that wants to play, jump in."
Ted will use prestidigitation to make his voice 3 times louder, and he'll say, "Can we get a worthy opponent?"
And make a perception check.
Is this...
I crossed my arms defiantly.
I rolled a 15 again.
You
That's
almost did.
21.
You almost didn't too.
As you look at him, you'll realize that he's holding a metal guitar. And as your voice expands out, you see him strum it. And his voice magnifies, and he's like, "My thoughts exactly," as it moves across.
Battle of the
I
Bards.
pull out my guitar.
You have one of those. Does Vixian have a kazoo? I have to
What was
check.
the other instrument you had?
Herodus had the bagpipes.
Oh, that's right. And there was a glass pickaxe that made you be able to play bagpipes or something like that.
He had that too.
All right, so Doldrum, you know, livens up with this. He's like, "This is an interesting idea. Listen, Seamus didn't give me strict ideas for what I'm supposed to be doing here. He just told me to run him through the standard training, but I think we can change the rules up. So all these other people over here, they've already ran through the training. You guys look like you know what you're doing. You want to give this a go?"
Sure.
I look at the both of them and I just kind of, yeah. Just kind of, you can tell that I'm feeling pretty despondent.
Marge starts cracking her knuckles, and she goes, "This looks like it could be fun."
Ted will pull out his flute and just give it a cheery little few notes. Yep.
Oh, no, she rolled a 6. So she
I
does
tuned
not
my
notice.
guitar to drop G.
Vixian's not doing so great, but Seth is very excited for Battle of the Bards.
You guys have slept since then, so you should be at full health, right?
Oh, it's not about that.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna set up the arena here.
Oh, we're playing actual griffball, huh?
Guys, you're gonna have to remind me how to fuck play griffball.
All right.
It's been a long time
So
since Halo 3.
I will tell you. You guys can arrange yourselves however you want.
I've never
Behind
played
the stone?
whatever this is. So.
This is D&D griffball. It's not real griffball. So
I've never played.
So no gravity, hammers, and bombs. Gotcha.
All I can hear is Sarge.
there are large hammers involved.
But it's not.
So I'm going to put the ball, magnet, in the center. So the way it's going to work is your goal is to get this ball in this hole by any means possible. Any means possible.
Does our movement stats account for how far we can go?
It's as heavy as a person. So if you pick it up, it becomes half speed.
You get half your movement.
If you want to throw it, you have to make an athletics check.
Okay. I have like whatever like the grappler thing is like a perk or something. What's that?
Congratulations, you're a lineman by default.
Grappler, you.
I will be defensive player.
I know
When,
that.
when you grapple somebody, you
I
can
can
better
restrain.
at that.
Can
You
you
can
slow people
restrain.
down?
But does that apply anything weird here?
No, because normal rules apply for fighting and moving and doing whatever you want.
Okay.
So
That's fun.
whatever you want to do
That's very fun.
to get it there, you can do it. But we're gonna roll for initiative here.
Damn. I have not rolled well.
I have rolled on average high, so I'm going to roll really bad this time. Or I'm going to roll a 15 again. And do 19.
Natural
So,
one.
so just a
I'm not rolling this dice anymore. I have not got a single good roll out of that
I'm
dice.
going to roll a different dice because that is an unusual amount of 15s.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll for
It looks heavy.
the 20. Captain. Red. Blue. Oh, blue,
I
red.
feel
okay.
heavy.
Yeah, they just destroyed each other so bad. What number is that?
15.
See? Yeah, I'm a little concerned about
Pretty sure
this
that's an
dice.
eight.
'cause
Could be a 6.
It's got a
It
dot.
just wants
so I
to
think-
roll on 15.
Yeah. Alright. So.
You can
It
see
rolls
it.
high.
Yeah, you can. It's hard to say, but sometimes it seems like it rolls.
Yeah, like it's about to stop
Alright.
and it just gets
So,
an extra thing.
anybody get over 20? 15 to 20.
19.
19. So,
It's a
Ted's going
It's
first.
a fast elephant.
10 to 15. Okay, so we're gonna have
4. Or, yeah, 4. I rolled.
That's not 10 to 15, so.
Yeah, I was just going to go ahead and save some
at
time.
14. 13 is your blue. Okay, 5 to 10.
7.
Ooh, 7. 7 at Oma. Oh, I didn't roll for Marge. 6 for red.
You'd like me to draw.
Go for it.
Marge got a 10 on the die, so whatever that is.
Plus 9. Initiative. 19.
Holy
So
crap.
she's. What's your dex bonus, Tev?
That would be just dex.
He's plus
2.
4 to. Yeah.
Plus 2?
Yeah, for
Okay,
dexterity.
so Marge is going first. She's got a plus 4.
Grab a drink real quick. I'm going last.
Well, okay. I'll explain the rules when you get back.
Just gonna get a drink.
Okay.
Amal, though starting last, is the fastest.
Good, you'll be their I can't remember the term. Pitch hitter? No.
Does Tev have haste?
Maybe. I have something else that I want to do though,
Okay. That's
which
fine.
I think you'll appreciate.
Okay.
Why can't I remember the term?
I was gonna say, whatever you do, don't pass it to me.
for any racing sport, any relay racing sport, the one that they expect to be able to pull them out of a bad situation. They are the
Anchor?
That'd be like in tug of war.
Is there a goalie in this? I'll be the
so
goalie.
okay.
Everyone's the
So
goalie.
so also if you hit this, it's damage divided by 5 is how many squares it's gonna go. So if you shoot it with a bow from here and you do 7 damage, it's gonna move 1 square. If you run up to it and smack it, and do 10 damage, you'll move it 2 spaces. But when you pick it up, you move at half speed. So that's the thing, is if you want to knock it around to get it away from them or anything like that, you're gonna have to roll. You're gonna roll to hit it and then roll for damage. If somebody's holding it, you can go for a grapple to pull it away from them. or you can just hit them. Anybody that's carrying it is going to require concentration that gets hit by damage. So Marge, that's why I was looking up her rules, because she can shove things 10
This
foot.
makes a lot of sense. Oh god.
10 foot. With every time she hits it, she can move it 10 foot away from her. And she gets, and that's on top of the damage that she normally. Is it 10? Let me make sure that it's 10 foot.
Remember this Eldritch Blast conversation we had?
Yeah, I do.
Marge might be like
She's
Yeah.
she's the
offensive
MVP.
player.
Every
there.
time she
She's
hits it,
MVP.
it'll move 10 feet away from her, or once per turn, she can pull it 10 feet towards her. So she could shoot it, pull it towards her, and run up and grab it, or she could roll it, push it towards the goal, essentially. You can also hold an action if you want to guard. So if the ball goes by you, then you can use your held action to attempt to intercept it. And you'll essentially have to, if they're holding it, then you make a grapple check, but if they're throwing it through the air, then you'll have to make an athletics check that beats their check that they used to throw it. And anybody that wants to catch it, so if you throw it at somebody, this is a heavy metal spiked ball. Anybody that wants to catch it will have to make an acrobatics check or take blunt damage from the large metal object hitting you in the face. So Marge is going to, she kind of looks around. She's unsure what to do, so she's going to make a shot at it. And rolled a 3, so that's a miss, the first one. She's 8 plus. Plus 7. Okay, so she hits with the second one, and she doesn't even want to do damage. She's just going to pull it towards her 10 foot, and then she's going to run up and she's going to pick it up, which puts her at.
It's not like herbs or anything.
I need to figure out. Speed 30. So 15. She picks it up, and she's going to move back, and so she's got the ball with her. Tev, you're up.
Okay. Tev is not going to move.
She's holding it. She looks at you guys and says, "Whatever you guys want to do, I just figured I'd get it away from them."
Okay. Marge, I think the idea is to advance the ball. Okay, so
I'm not going up there by myself.
me either. So Tev's just
Me neither.
going to hang out for a minute, but
She also says, since my abilities lets me push it away, I think I'm gonna hang back and try to play a little bit of goalie and just shoot at the ball anytime we need to push it.
okay, so Tev is going to start. It's like sort of like a drum roll that is progressively getting slower, and it's really weird. It sounds like it's going longer than what it does, because really I only have 6 seconds. But it goes from really fast to down to nothing. And as he says this, or as he does this, he says,
75 feet
if
long.
I can find it,
Has a range of 120.
"May you walk as though your boots were laced together. Chew as though you eat a piece of leather. May your words no more express your inner thought. May you bleed from every wound as though you're shot." This is going to be slow.
Slow?
It's a 40-foot cube, so I think I can hit the first 2 there with
That's
it.
8 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can hit all of
I
them.
can hit all of them? Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my
It can
God.
hit up to 6 creatures, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure up to 6. Let me see. Yep, up to 6 creatures.
Okay. What kind of check am I making here?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
May they all be dumb as shit.
You can be dumb and
I'm
wild.
going to tell you what bonus they got.
D&D rules.
So, Captain got 15.
That's a fail. 16 is what you need.
Whitey got a natural 20, so he passed. What'd you need to pass?
16.
Okay, so Whitey and Blue passed, but Red and Captain are slowed.
Okay. So,
I've got something to represent that.
speed is housed, takes a -2 penalty to AC and Dex saves, and it can't use reactions.
Oh.
It can either use an action or a bonus action, but not both.
So they can't block the balls then.
And regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack. Also, if the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. And the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. So
How long does this last?
if it can't, the spell is wasted. It lasts up to 1 minute.
Is it concentration?
Concentration, yes.
Okay. I'm going to keep track of that with a D8 or a D10.
I need a resin printer.
I don't think.
Those are resin, right?
No.
They're not?
No. Those are all from my FDM printer.
And then for bonus action,
He's from my resin printer. And he is.
Market.
And she is. But most of this stuff is from my regular printer.
yeah, so Tev's just kind of hanging out by the goal, and he's
Okay,
going
so we're
to
at-
bonus action, turn to Vixie and say, just kind of shrug his shoulders and say, there once was an elf from Nantucket who washed his fair hair in a bucket, but the bucket, you see, contained nothing but pee, so instead of a wash, he would muck it. And you are inspired.
Who is?
I sure
Vixie.
am.
Oh, you're looking right at them all.
And what does inspiration do?
Oh,
You get a D.
I didn't actually.
I did that. I
Oh.
turned it that way. Inspiration gets a what, D10?
1d10, yeah. It's for any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
So you can save that to use whenever you
Yeah.
want. You only get to use it once. Alright, so that means
Is that a D10?
D10's this one.
The one with the 0
Oh,
on it.
that's right.
Yeah. It's sort of like that, but more lopsided.
No, it's.
You can use
I
a
can use it.
percentile.
You were so
Yeah,
close.
there it is.
Here it is.
Found it.
Yeah, I was gonna say people are getting to know you now.
I didn't write down the captain's role. I'll just put him last because he's. Alright, so the white guy's gonna activate. White shoulders, not white guy. What did you get for your initiative roll? Yeah, I didn't write anybody's down apparently.
You said them.
I know, but then I didn't write them down. I was like, why do I only have like 3 people written down here?
I should have just been like, oh, a natural 20.
Okay, there we go. So I should have 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, alright. Okay. So white shoulder pad guys. He's gonna come over here and he's gonna take 2 shots at Marge. Because she's got the ball. And he wants to take her down. Both of those are going to hit. Yeah, she has an armor class of 16.
That's worse than mine.
Jeez. I'm gonna need this D10. She's gonna take a lot of damage.
Uh-oh.
She may die.
That's by design.
Yes, I'm killing off Marge today.
Yeah, that's what we need. Fewer people.
Where's my metal D10 at? Did you steal it?
No.
I've got it in my hand. I'm looking for this wrong D10. I don't know my dice. It's okay. 16, 17, 24, 34 damage.
Whew.
Jeez.
That's from both his hits. So he shoots her pretty good, and now she's going to make an Constitution check. Natural 20, she's fine. 16, she's fine. Okay, so she takes these 2 large bolts that are blunt tipped to the shoulder, and it noticeably wins her, but she holds onto that ball. Next up is blue guy with them all on deck. So their speed's halved.
If they're slowed, yes, their speed is half.
So he can go 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. So he's going to move up there. And he can't do anything otherwise. Amal.
Okay, I'm gonna use my movement to go over here to Marge. So how many is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3?
That's 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay, I've got 40. I can talk a free action, I
Yeah.
assume. So, okay, give me the ball. I'm a fast boy.
Okay, athletics check.
I would like to rage as my bonus action.
Okay.
Good thing I did that. Okay, that's gonna be. So I don't remember how to play this game. Where's athletics? +7, so 17.
Yeah, you got it. All right, so she
Okay.
hands you off the ball. So you had 25 feet of movement left.
Okay, and that was my action, right? To pick that up.
No. It's
Oh,
just a
it's
handoff.
not.
So you've got half your movement left.
Plus, I'm gonna use my action to double dash.
Okay, because I say you can go to 2 more squares because that'll be.
I can go 2 squares and then have an extra 20 feet of movement.
So another 4. So you can go six squares total.
I'm going 6 squares that way.
Well, move in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not used to sitting this close to the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi.
They don't have
Also,
reaction.
over the radio, Marge, you have permission to shoot the fuck out of me.
Yes. Red's gonna go. He's gonna say, "Well, I'm glad you're up here." 5, 10, 15, and he's going to attempt to grapple you and pull the ball away from you.
Athletics, eh?
Oh,
And I will.
8.
Well, I win by default, so modify dirty 20.
All right, so then he's just gonna try to hit you with a hammer.
I'm raging.
Oh man, that's a good thing you need it. He rolled a 25 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
You're gonna take 14 bludgeoning damage.
So 7.
Yep.
7, and do I need to roll concentration?
Yes.
So is that a Constitution save or
Yeah.
check?
You have to roll a 10 of Constitution or better.
Okay. So I did. I'm
Nick, you're
plus
up.
6. I have the
Fix it.
ball.
You're up.
Okay, so I would like to.
If you guys want to move closer, you're more.
I'm
than
gonna
welcome
have to, yeah. So
Get over here.
You can move your whole chair.
Get over
I'm
here.
gonna move
You're playing a dangerous game.
diagonally.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Oh, I need to take 7
What's your
damage.
movement?
30, I think.
Okay, so you're at 15. So you got 3
I'm just
spaces
gonna
left.
stay in for a
Okay,
while.
so I'm close enough. I'm going to now cast Hunter's Mark on the ball.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you can do extra damage to it. That's a good move. Big red arrow appears and starts pointing at it.
Big neon sign says, right here! Does that count as an action?
Well, note that I am holding the ball.
Right. But I
So-
cast it on the ball.
I know, but if you shoot the ball right now, you knock it out of my hand.
I know. What I'm going to attempt to do, if I have one more thing I can do, is tell you to throw it in the air, and then I'm going to shoot at it.
Well, I can't do that until my turn.
Right.
You can hold your
But
action.
we
I'm
can
gonna hold.
we can
we're
do
gonna
that.
That's what I want to do.
Well, I mean, you're right after me. No, you're not. Yeah, I could hold my action with you, but
We're gonna wombo combo this thing.
that's fine.
So,
I mean, I'm rushing the goal, but
right. So I still have movement, and I've used half of it, so I can go. How many squares did I move? 4.
You can move 3 more.
3 more. 1, 2, 3. So I'm standing center court. Let me look and see if Hunter's Mark is if I can do anything else.
by the way, slow is gonna be really clutch in a moment.
I have a feeling I'm better at defense in this game than offense. So
Because they ain't got reactions.
that's handy.
Yeah.
Spell.
And the bard takes at least 2 turns to cast a spell now.
Unless he rolls an 11, right?
No, it's 11 or higher. The spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn. Oh, I guess you have to roll 10 or lower.
What? That doesn't make sense. Do you roll it then?
If the creature attempts to cast a spell, casting time 1 action, roll a d20. I guess I roll it.
Yeah.
On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next. Okay, so there's like a 50% chance you have to use two actions to cast 1 spell.
Oh. Okay. So what are you doing there?
Okay.
And that's only
A
on
spell
regular
would be an
so-
action. A spell would
Yeah.
be my
Yeah.
action.
So if I
for
cast
this,
a
right?
bonus action,
It specifies a casting time of 1 action.
okay.
So in this case, yeah. So that's. I can talk to him though, right?
Yeah. Although you don't have a calm, do you? Did we ever give you a calm?
He has a
Actually,
Oh,
do.
you have a calm.
Everybody
Delaris
did,
doesn't have
yeah.
a calm.
Yeah, I have a comm. So on my comm, I get in and say, Omal, throw it when I say. Or throw it in the air whenever I say.
I mean, on his turn, he'll probably be able to run it to the goal.
Yeah, I'm not throwing it unless we have to.
Okay, so I inform him that I've got a mark on the ball and can do extra damage if need be.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, so the captain's going to go, and he's going to give a little strum of his guitar, and he's going to give Bardic Inspiration to him. And that's pretty much all he can do because he's slowed. Back to Marge. Marge is going to step over here and say, I'm going to open a path for you. And she's going to shoot at him. And hit. And so I'm going to roll for damage, but then I'm going to shove him 10 feet away from you. 1d10 plus 3. 7 damage to old Red. So, okay. And it's going to shove him 10 feet away from you. And now she's going to shoot at... I don't think really need to worry about... Just in case she's going to shoot at him.
You're allowed to shoot me.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, but if I hit you, that would put you right next to the goal, but you take a lot of damage. So...
Rage.
But you can just move there on your turn and not take damage.
Fair point.
She's going to shoot you.
Yes.
Because you move at half speed.
17 AC.
That's 9.
I mean, I'm just willingly taking hits if that counts right.
Okay, so if you want to give her advantage. Okay, so the first one hits. The second one hits. Alright, so you're going to take 2d10
And this
plus 6.
And this
This
is
is
like
force
I
damage.
can't resist this. So
This is force damage.
I know I can't resist it. Well, force is magic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So 17 damage, and you're going to be shoved 20 feet.
and I need to make concentration.
Oh yeah, you probably would.
Yeah, probably. Make
Okay.
it. We'll see after the first hit.
It works.
Okay, and the second one.
That is 8.
Okay, so you get there and you drop it.
Oh no.
I'm still
So
here.
it's right next to you.
I'm still here.
Tev, you're up.
Oh good. Now what do I do? All right. So actually, Tev will walk up behind Marge and
Let's give an acrobatics check.
To me?
Yeah.
Okay, 11 on the dice. It's really hard to do this on my phone. View. I should just memorize my stats. That would help. Oh no! Don't fail me now, D&D Beyond. If you have it.
Omal, acrobatics plus 2.
So that's 13.
Nope. Okay. I was gonna say if you rolled high enough, I was gonna let you basically drop it into the goal since you're going that direction anyways. But okay, so it's right next to you.
okay. So Tev is just gonna hold up a shield, give a little drum play, and cure wounds on Marge. She recovers 18 HP.
Okay.
And I think I'll just hold on to my inspirations right now, so I'm just going to leave it. No, maybe step away from
She
Marge a
looks
little
to
bit.
you and says,
So,
I'll allow it, Elephant Man, because your shield isn't technically magic.
she can't see it, but he's behind her and he winks. And yeah, so he's just going to walk over there, shore up our
Then
defense.
she looks to Vixie and says, don't you be trying any of your magic stuff on me. Just as a forewarning. So she's not going to take too kindly if you try to heal her with your magic.
I'm not gonna touch her. We got a guy for that.
Alright, so White Mech is up. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to shoot at the ball to try to knock it away from you. Which you're not holding on to it, so.
Yep.
Hit.
So
Let's
I'm
roll.
going to. Oh well, yeah. Never mind. You already hit.
What are you going to do?
I was going to cutting words, but I have to do it before you decide if it's hit or not. So
Well, you're going to try to do, what was it, disadvantage?
no, I
He was
impose
just
a
gonna-
negative D10 on you.
Okay, do it.
Chop chop, Julian, cutting words. It'd be -3, so that probably didn't help.
No, that put it just above the threshold.
That's right.
It hit the plate. She was like, "It's cocked."
He was just in range for me to do that.
Ooh, okay, so he moves it 2. Right to this guy.
I'm just gonna point out
And he
that
gives it a wink.
Seth has so much more of a grasp on what's going on
Blue.
than I did with mech racing.
He's going to turn around, and he's going to try to grapple Omal.
He's welcome to try.
17 plus 5. 22.
He wins.
Okay, so as
Yeah,
you're
but
standing there staring at the
Enthusiasm,
goal,
what you said there.
you can feel the point in your grasp. The ball gets hit by a crossbow bolt and it goes soaring away from you. And as you're lamenting over that, some massive metallic arms just wrap around you and bear hug you. So you are grappled.
Okay.
Omal, it's your turn.
Okay, as breaking the grapple, my turn.
That would be your action.
Yeah, so...
You still have a turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to break the grapple. And I assume my grappler stuff does nothing for this.
You get advantage, essentially.
Well, I'm already raging too. So that was 15.
24.
Yeah, he wins.
How many attacks do you get?
Oh, that's a good point. Like 3.
So, I mean, you can keep going.
Oh, and I also can use monk stuff.
And you can also hit him, too.
I just want out of the grapple.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna...
Even though you're grappled, the only thing that does is make your movement 0. Everything else is fair.
Nat
play.
20.
Okay. Yeah, 15. So you break. So you're elbowing, swinging wide, and you're just connecting with big metal chunks of this robot, and he's just laughing at you. And you finally get a claw, and you hit him, and he releases the controls for a split second, and you just drop to the ground.
Okay, I've got 40 feet of movement. Yeah.
5, 10.
I pick up the ball.
Okay.
That's an athletics check, or does do it?
Okay.
Yeah, it works. 16 plus 7.
So how much movement you got left?
Well, I have 30 left, so I can move 3 squares.
Okay. So he's gonna make an opportunity attack against you as you move away from him.
That's fine.
Because he's not slowed.
That's
I was
fine.
going to say, is he slowed? He's not.
I don't think I'm gonna use this dice. It's so hard to read
already,
this.
so I can't help.
I'm pretty sure that's an 18.
I think it's... It might be...
Better.
Hold on.
I'm not using that dice anymore.
I can't tell what it is.
It's
Let me
super cool
macro
looking.
lens it real quick.
Okay.
You probably hit me because my AC is 17. I don't know where.
Oh, even if it was 16, it gets plus 8 to hit. So
I think you're right.
so it's gonna smack you, and
That's
you're gonna have
fine.
to make a Constitution check.
That's fine.
12, 17, 22. So you get 11.
11.
So you have to roll an 11 or better. Constitution.
I think that's only a 10. This second. Constitution
Plus 6.
6. 10.
Oh man!
I don't
my
get
one.
advantage on that.
hurts.
Do I get advantage while I'm raging?
On con saves?
You know,
I
because
don't
you're
know.
not normally a spellcaster. I'd say you would,
Are you sure? Okay.
because this is kind of a wonky.
That
mechanic.
works. 12.
Okay. All right, so you've got it, and nobody else there can make. So you run to the goal, and these two go no as they turn to you, and you drop it in, and as it goes in, it's hitting some pedals, and you see some things spinning up here in the towers, and woo, and a light flashes, and it pops back up here, and
I'm not in a good place.
and the guard captain looks at you and goes, beginner's luck. Round 2. So it's 1 point for you guys.
Oh, do we reset?
Yeah.
I think so. It seems like something, because otherwise then you're going to have to fight behind enemy lines all the way
Yeah,
back.
I was
That's the terrible
terrified
thing out there. Yeah.
for a moment.
I
I
assume
had
this
to decide
takes
that.
more than a minute.
Because I was
so
picturing everybody
slow
spread out, but you
drops.
slowed everybody. So everybody was kind of together. So you guys have all right. So that brings us to Red. So he's going to run forward. What is the movement? 10, 15, 20, and he's going to pick it up.
The ball is still hunter's marked, correct?
Yep. I've got magnet.
It's slow still.
Yeah, I'll make an athletics check for him. Yeah, he gets it easy. All right, that brings us to Vixian.
So
He's still a slave.
he's got the ball.
He's got the moves.
Come on and slay him.
All right, so
If you hit him, you can drop it.
I know that's what I'm gonna do. I've already got a bolt in ye old Sparky crossbow, and I let loose, or rather, I move first around 2, 3, 4 squares, and
Move out of my way.
oh yeah.
Thanks.
There we go. So
Would've been the same
I have
movement.
10
Diagonally.
movement left. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the lightning crossbow.
Ooh.
Let's give this thing a try.
He's metallic, so you get advantage. Ooh.
That's what I was wondering. If that
Forgot to
electricity
mention
would do
that.
anything.
Yeah, it's just like shock and grasp.
Where's the D20 that I'm
Rip
not
to
going
it.
to use that one? Piece of shit. Alright, so that's 18
Yep. Hit.
to hit. It says 1d8 plus 3, so I don't remember how to.
Plus your crossbow damage. So you would roll.
Oh,
So you get a
okay.
1d10 plus 3,
I read.
and then you add a d8 of lightning damage.
So I
So it's-
rolled an 11, and then I added the plus 7 to that. That's to hit, right?
That's to hit. So now you're going to roll a d10 and a d8 and add 3 to it.
10. 1d8.
You're right above him. There you go.
Pretty good. 13.
And did you factor in the plus 3?
No. 16.
Okay. So, yeah. So he's going to take the damage, but he passes his Constitution save, so he's good there. How much damage? 16.
16.
Oh, he was the one that was hit earlier. So you see it hit, and lightning. Oh, thank you. Just sparks across his whole neck body, and I made him roll Constitution at disadvantage as it momentarily shocks him, but he still managed to pass it just barely. So he holds onto the ball, but he's taking some good damage there. Guard captain turns. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's half his movement, and he's gonna put a big metal hand and go, "You can do it, kid," and give him inspiration. Marge.
That's really good, Joe.
He can't cast. He can't cast resistance, can he?
But bardic inspiration isn't a.
Oh, okay.
It's a bonus action.
That's amazing.
Uh,
You got it, buddy.
Did he wind up dropping that ball?
no.
No.
So Marge is gonna say, "What do we want to do here?
Unleash hell.
Unleash."
Kill him.
Marge can do hold person.
Marge can do a lot of damage.
I know that because she was
Okay.
able to hold me and
So
Ted.
she's going to cast command on this mech. So I want, let's say, Omal, give me a d20
Okay.
for wisdom save.
Should have handed
Nat
it to him.
20.
Why? So she looks at him and starts to mumble something under her breath, and you see him shake his head a little, but he shrugs it off. All right.
Oh, I was rolling for the mech, huh?
Yes.
Hey guys, you're welcome. I wasted my
God.
nat 20 on the enemy.
Damn it.
Tev, you're up.
Oh man. Okay. So
So this is round 3. So they have 7 left before their slow wears off.
Tev is going to. What's more helpful here? Tev will.
Look, Michael took it. It's all over there.
Tev's gonna look at them all real quick and just assess how he looks like. I know he's taking some damage. Does he look?
That reminds me. I need
Does he
to
look?
pick-
Does he look okay?
Who?
I'm looking at them all.
Omal?
Mal's. He's.
All right. Well.
Fair to middling, no change in either pocket.
Okay. Well.
You got your song punch cocktail.
I do. Hey, that has the chance of being very good, very bad, or translucent.
Tev's not sure.
You got
So he
20
just,
different things you could get. With a chance of 1 out of 20, nothing happens.
If you go translucent,
He looks at the mech holding the ball and he says, "Wow, you're almost as big as Vixian's mother." And that's going to be a wisdom save.
Oh, for the one holding the ball?
Yeah, that's vicious mockery.
I am honestly,
15.
by the end of this,
That's a fail.
Vixian's just going to
Uh-oh.
have somehow confronted the demons about his mom through you.
Okay.
He's
that's
actually
going to be-
helping you. It's called tough love.
9
Is that what
psychic
this is?
damage.
Seems like abuse.
And he has disadvantage on
Attack.
attack rolls for his next turn.
This is the only mech that's taking damage, and you guys are just hounding.
I didn't help things.
And then he's going to look at Amal and be like, "Amal, you're our MVP. Go get him." And that's Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, I got a D10.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Good. I've
White's
been
going
rolling
to
terribly,
turn
except for when I rolled for
5,
him.
10, 15, 20,
I was
25,
inspired.
30,
Could I have used that
35,
for
40.
damage?
You couldn't use it for damage. You could use it for the
And
attack
he's
roll.
going to run interference, and he's going to
Which I
shoot
hate
at
anyway.
Tev and Vixian. So Tev gets the spike ball, Vixian gets the bronze.
Oh boy. Tev's going to cutting words on the shot against him.
Do
Okay.
it now.
Yeah, you're going to need it. I don't think it'll help.
Okay,
though.
so -7.
And Teb's also going to give inspiration to that
18.
mech while he shoots Vixian.
That just hits me. That's my armor class. No.
Vixian 17. Your AC 16. You've been hit.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was looking.
3d8. No, that's shooting. 2d10.
All right, it's all good. I've got Warcaster, so I can probably hold my.
High five, high five. Take it one high five.
5 is 6.
Can I-
6 plus 5. You take 11 in piercing damage. Or bludgeoning, because they're blunted. Oh, and then you need to take it as well.
Yeah.
So let me roll you. 12 plus 5 is 17 bludgeoning damage.
17, is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Keep going.
And then blue's gonna go 5, 10,
I'll make my
15,
con
Keep going.
save
20,
See
I
if
think
I.
that's all I got.
and he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna post up here. That leaves us to Amal.
I kept concentration, by the
Amal,
way.
you're up.
I'm up. Oh, okay. I'm up. I'm gonna use my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I right up? I'm within dagger range now, or do I need to be that one?
Oh no, you're close enough.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him with my dagger because he has upset me. So, the actions. That's +7, I think. Yeah. So, first one probably. You know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration. Why not? Because that's 5 plus 7, so 13. Hold on, that's not right. 12. 12. Yeah. 12 plus 3, 15. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
All
So, let me remember how this thing works. He needs to make a strength save, by the way. He makes the strength save, so I need to hit him with 1d6 plus 3. So, oh, that's max on the d6. So he takes 9, just whatever the piercing damage is, and then I knew 1d10 force damage. 3 force damage.
So 12 total.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing the dagger again. Because I think I can do that. Yeah, I can do that twice. So. Oh wait, I'm raging. Does that? I didn't add my rage modifier to that first hit. Is that plus what? Hold on.
I took away 1 damage.
Plus 2 melee damage with strength weapons. That doesn't count for me then. So yeah, that didn't do anything for me. Second hit was a miss.
What'd you roll?
Natural 1. I'm going to burn a key point. Boop. And
Flurry of
blows, but these I think have to be done with my hands.
Yeah.
So 6 plus 7.
That's my kind of
13.
dinosaur.
That's
That's
fine.
their AC.
Oh, I
Like
hit.
right in the middle.
They're big, giant, hulking, slow metal things. So it's easy to hit
It's
them.
just 1d6 plus 3. So 5 magic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that one hits. It's a natty 19. Max damage, so that's 9 magic damage.
So 14 total.
You know it's getting real when Goron's doing math.
I used to do
This
math all
guy's-
the time.
So,
Has he made his con saves?
no, he has not.
But now you know that it's getting real.
Natural 1. He drops it.
Let's go.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Can I use my Bardic Inspiration for that?
Yeah. Saving throws, yep.
But it's a natural 1, so regardless, he's going to drop it. No.
Is it a free action to pick it up?
It's still your turn, so you can use 5 for your movement to pick it up. Make an athletics check.
Mine's due on 15,
7 plus 7, I think. 14.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Okay. I have the ball, boys.
So,
14 things.
14
so as you slam into this mech repeatedly, you could see after he took that electric bolt, he was kind of limping a little. I mean, you kind of started wailing on him, and now he's not looking very good at all. But you have the ball, and it's now his turn. And he's not very happy, so he's, instead of getting the ball, he's just going to hit you with his hammer twice.
That's fair. It's fair.
Gotta play the character.
So we have 18 and 27.
Those both hit.
And so that's going to be 4d8 plus 2.
Hit him with the ball.
Ye old bunk.
Where's my red one? Ah, there it is. Plus 10. So that has... There's no dot. Oh, that's a 3. So 9, 11, 21 bludgeoning damage.
Halved. Does that halve to 10 or 11?
10. We ran down for everything.
So I need to make a con save.
Twice. 10 or better.
That's yep. And that's a yep.
Okay, so he just goes boom, boom, and
I smiled cordially.
Vixen, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna rack it. No, I'm gonna. So you're standing there.
You get advantage on attacks against the mechs, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the mech. That's what I was thinking. The lightning's not gonna chain down and hit.
He gets advantage on. Oh, because of the light. The lightning will chain to him.
But it won't hit him.
Even if it does, I don't care.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and knock another one and
How did I word that?
whoop whoop a doop a doop.
Ring, ring,
Oh,
ring, ring,
enemies.
ring, 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 banana phone.
I was nice in my description. Sometimes the DM can be nice.
Sometimes accidentally, almost
You're
always
editing it for
accidentally.
next game.
All right, so I still have the
This could be my
inspiration.
Fjern.
Yeah,
Someone was describing.
natural 18.
Hits. Who are you shooting at? The red guy?
Yeah.
He is the only one that's taking damage on
Well,
their
the-
entire team.
The lightning is gonna chain back to
Yeah.
him too. So,
DC 15
I
dex
just
save.
picturing this guy just explodes in the back ball.
So what? So with slow, do they are there dex saves with disadvantage?
I
think
believe it's -2.
Yeah.
-2.
so that's 11, and I don't know how the damage works on the guy behind him. Does he take the
He
same
makes
damage?
a dex save. He rolled a natural 20, so he's gonna
He doesn't take damage.
no, but he still takes it.
Yeah. So,
So
he
you're
got
gonna D10 a D8 plus
plus 3. He gets 11.
11
Only guy
damage.
Who can take damage?
Yeah.
There are two people getting hurt. Me and him.
Just beating on each other. That's your turn.
Yeah.
How much damage did he do? I didn't hear.
11.
So
Wait a second. Do I get another
You
attack?
get 2 attacks.
You get 2 attacks.
Have you only been attacking once?
Yeah, but it didn't really.
Now, with the crossbow, you'd have to reload.
Is that a bonus action or an attack action?
To reload, it's a bonus action, unless he has the feat that lets him. What is it, crossbow expert?
Yeah, ignore the ammunition thing. Yeah.
But I think that's for hand crossbows. I don't think that works for
So Seth, use your bonus action to reload.
Yeah, I'm
shoot
gonna
again.
bonus action to reload,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay.
How much damage have we done to this guy?
So modified 20.
As of right now, you've done 70 damage to him.
As of right now,
Modified 20.
you
modified
get-
20, so I hit.
So D10, D8 plus 3.
So that's 10 lightning damage.
Ooh, and he takes a D8. So roll another D8.
His hand is still on him.
7.
You got this.
7.
Yeah, he took 7 damage.
Oh!
All right, and it's his turn. So he's going to.
I don't feel like I really lost anything by getting rid of one of my scimitar plus ones.
Good.
I feel
And
like
their
I
attacks.
gained.
Their attacks. They only
Yeah.
get to do one attack if they have multiple attacks.
Right. No matter what, they only get one attack.
He's going to reach forward and punch Omal in the face. You just see a massive.
I turn and take it.
You're probably going to have to. That's a natural 20.
Oh, well, that's not funny.
Hit me. Hit me.
I might have to heal now.
Oh man, that'd be really funny if you were trying to intimidate him more.
6 plus 8. 44 bludgeoning damage.
So 22.
22 bludgeoning damage, and you have to make an 11 or better Constitution save.
I did.
Okay. So you just see this massive metal gauntlet hit Omal in the side of his cell. Brings us around to Marge. Marge is going to say, "You need to get out of there," and she's going to shoot him. Well, he doesn't get a reaction, so she's going to shoot the red guy first.
That balloon that I blew up looks ridiculous, by the way.
Yep. I hate it.
What'd she get? It's
It's a
D10
silly
plus
balloon.
3, something like
Hard to
that.
blow up.
I can
So
believe
he's
it.
going to take 6
With all the
damage
bottlenecks on it.
Hey Noah,
Get pushed
and
in.
push him 10 feet.
can you go put a shirt
Would you
on?
look at that?
He doesn't have a reaction either, so you could beeline it.
Oh.
Would
I
you
know.
like me to push you, or are you feeling a little down?
Please do not.
I will not! Tev's on deck.
This would not be in our best
shoot.
interests.
She's gonna keep shooting him. No, plus. Eldritch plus 7. Yeah, so that misses. Oh man. And then a third one.
And I
2
also
5s in a row. Jeez. So her other 2 go wide.
Travis with 15
Oh yeah, I
Tev, you're up.
does not change what I'm doing at all. I was going to address just that. So Tev's just gonna run up here.
Actually, she's gonna move right here.
Oh, okay.
That works.
We're all here. And put my shield right up on Omal's shell. Give him a little
Let's do it.
pick me up.
I'm trying to remember what her. Let me look at her.
Let me see.
I gave her a bunch of cool, like melee punching things with her Eldritch Blast.
You're hurting pretty good. I think I'm going to do a little bit higher level.
I'm hurting pretty good, you're right.
Yeah, let's do. Okay, 9,
Yeah, that's.
13,
Oh man, I messed up.
14.
She's got Warcaster. So
18 HP you get back.
Oh, thank you.
So if somebody tries to move away from her, she can cast Eldritch Blast as her opportunity attack, and then shove them 10 feet.
Or bring them close again.
Oh yeah, or pull them back to her.
And what
And
was
then-
that healing?
18.
18, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, whoo, whoo.
And
Which would be devastating for the slowed guy, because he would basically be probably pulled back farther than where he was.
so yeah, that's Tev's turn.
Okay,
don't think it
that
goes
brings us to Whitey. He's going to,
Let me guess.
he's going to walk forward and try to grapple you, because that's about his only play he's got. Natural 1!
Oh, I don't have to roll against that, do I?
So
Oh, I will. This is fun.
he reaches down for you,
One of my 2 advantages, natural 1.
and you curl up into a turtle ball, and his arms just slip over top of you. Oh no! Blue is going to just basically try to make himself a human wall. So you have to go completely around him. And if you
Position
want
is
to
everything.
get through him, he'll get to do an opportunity attack. That brings us to them all.
So quick math. What's my if I go yank yank?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Well, good
So you
news.
can make it with all of
Good
your
news.
halves, so you'd have to use the dash.
Dash, and I have Step of the Wind guy.
Does that let you avoid opportunity attacks?
No, it just makes me fast.
Okay.
The Step of the Wind lets me move for another full movement, so that's an extra 20 at half speed.
Okay.
So, burning.
So you're gonna.
I think I can just
You'd
make
make
it with a
your
dash.
double dash.
Yeah.
But he's gonna take an opportunity swing at
That's fine, that's fine. He can try.
He gets. That's 20.
He hit.
Man, swinging hard on the ball. 16, so you take 8 damage.
8 damage, and what do I have to beat?
10.
I did.
Okay. I was gonna say otherwise
So-
it's your turn, so you'd be able to just pick it back up. So you swoop around, almost for the. You see this one. So that's 2.
Even at half speed, I can move 60 in a single turn right now.
Yeah. So as you drop it in, and
It's like you built your character with
it
this
shoots
game
back
in
up,
mind.
and
Why are you focusing so much on your movement? Because we might play griffball in a couple years.
so after the second point, everybody, all the ragtag militia group, they're cheering you on, and these dwarves, they realize when they've been beat, especially the slowed ones who have no chance of really doing anything. That really messed them up.
Dude, if that slow had worked on all 4, we would have just walked into the goal every
Yeah.
time.
Well, he was their caster, and so you really shut him down. All right. So after the second point, the other guard, he says, all right. I think you proved your point here. I guess Seamus is doing a good job after all. We'll give it to you this time. Maybe we'll have a rematch another time.
And
I look over at him and I say, beginner's luck.
Tev is going to do his
Look, nothing. I'm covered in my own blood.
light flashing
smiling.
prestidigitation. I can't say that.
So is it like little flashing bursts of lights all
Yeah,
around
there's
him?
just flashing lights as he does this, and then bows.
You're
Make
a
a
walking
performance.
Destiny emote.
Make a performance check.
15. I'm gonna stop rolling this dice. I'm sorry.
That's a lot of 15s.
It really
Is
is.
there
like,
something in that?
There are, yeah.
There
There's
is. I think it's affecting it. So that'd be a 27.
That's not enough. Alright, so you guys. So as you're flashing, everybody's like, ooh, oh. And as they stop paying attention, they realize that the other mechs have stomped off. Solidly.
Guys, that was friggin' fun.
Decisive victory.
Perfect.
So, you guys step back off court. And,
I look like after a fight in Dragon Age.
Oh yeah, where everybody's just talking calmly, but there's
You
gore and
just viscera
viscera all
everywhere.
over them.
and you walk up back to Doldrum. And, Regrin.
What you doing?
Regrin! The female dwarf. As she would properly introduce herself to you guys now. And she goes, I wasn't expecting much from you lot. You look big and tough, but I've seen rough and tough people come in here out of the woods who are nothing when they're put up against the dwarven might. But you guys look like you know what you're doing. And Doldrum goes, I appreciate what you did there. You know, any guards that get stuck on this duty, you know, they're kind of looked down and trotted on by the other guards. But you kind of brought us up a notch today, so I appreciate that. Said, unfortunately, Seamus didn't give me very strict rules, but he did give me one specific rule. Any new recruit has to be run through the training. So you don't really have to worry about failing this because I'm not going to fail you guys, but I need you to go through it just for his sake. Otherwise, I could lose my job. So if you're still interested in joining, then feel free to run through the course. And he points up the road to a set of Western-style buildings.
Oh, Western style.
Like you see a dirt road with a line of ramshackle wooden
In
buildings.
Cowboy Town.
Would Tev recognize
We found
this?
it.
as the Old West.
And he says if you'd like to go up there, I've got my engineer up there working on it right now. You're more than welcome to go at your leisure.
I'm really upset that turtle just ate the
Pound
other
of
guy's
aqua
poop.
fria.
Did
And a
anyone?
stranger one fine
What?
He
day.
just ate the other guy's turd. Like he just
Yum.
dropped a big
Delicious.
Ted's
honking
going
one.
to.
They call them turtles for reasons. That's
as we're walking
Turtles
up
with
to
the D.
Very quick on that
As
one.
we're walking up to the old western buildings, Teb's going to draw his rifle and give a little rifle play, because
Did I take any damage during that fight? I
Bard.
did.
I don't know. That's not up to me to keep track of your damage.
I know, but I can't remember if I even
I'm
got
spinning my dagger.
I don't
I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm
I
doing
don't
it.
think I did either.
Wait, no, you did. You got
I
hit
took
once.
17 damage, I think. 17.
He
I forgot
hit
that.
me and he hit you. With
That's
that,
right.
with
I
the
took
spike
17
balls.
damage. That was the number. I just couldn't
Marge
remember.
took a lot of damage right off the bat, but then you healed her, so she's back up to 83 at least.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe we should do a short rest before this.
A short rest. Well, you did well, so he would allow you guys to take a breather if you want.
Good.
Yeah, I think I'm all
I-
healed up. I'll play
yeah.
my Song of Rest so you can get a free D8.
Okay, let me remember how hit
Keep
dice work.
going.
I keep hitting a button
One
and then I have to
of her-
reload the page.
One of her rogues. D8. 4. So she heals 7.
Short rest.
So I get an extra D8 for my hit dice. I'll go ahead and roll that one.
Why not? She's gonna heal again. Oh, that puts you
That
back
wasn't a
at
D8 I just rolled. That
Oh,
was
hell.
stupid of me. Foolish of me.
6. She rolled very well with her D8.
Well, you gave me an extra 1 hit point, Travis.
It's 1. Oh, because you get to roll that for the.
Yeah.
I always forget where
the heck
short
are those
rest
at?
thing is.
I think you click on your name or something like that, and then mobile app. I don't know.
That's it. You got it. Good job.
I've got.
Oh, I found the button. I found the button. Okay, so
1d10 plus 3.
I'm going to use both of my barbarian hit. No, I'm going to save those. Those are important.
8.
Okay, 2d8 plus 6. 10, 16,
7.
just one shy of full health. I'll take.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
And I
13,
get my Bardic Inspiration,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
which is good because I burned them all.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
I don't think I get my spell slot
I'll
back
take
for a
that.
short rest, do I?
No. The only ones who can do that are wizards, and they get a special feature that lets them do that.
Okay, so as you guys are walking up, you see an open dirt pad with several small groups of soldiers in the distance practicing. Right past it, you see a big open, almost like a gravel parking lot type thing, and you see soldiers drilling. But here, you see a dirt path, and you see a small shed on either side of you. You see a small wooden building, 1 story, that says general store. A small building that says doctor's office. A bank. A 2-story larger building, tavern inn. And then a squat stone building, jail. And another wooden building that's labeled church. And you can make perception checks as you walk by up towards the engineer.
Well,
Natural 20, total of 26.
Natural 2, total of it doesn't fucking matter.
My perception checks are ridiculous.
so mine was a dirty 10.
Filth.
Somebody roll me a d10.
D10.
Somebody other than Seth, because Seth sucks.
Well, this number doesn't.
7.
It just determines on which NPC I'm pulling out. Okay. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Rolf.
That's his name.
It's Rolf.
Cool.
All right. So
Rolf is
so
everywhere.
did anybody get over a 15 on your perception check?
26.
Yeah, it's not high enough. So
Woo!
each building, which you see in it, you can point these out to the group if you want. But as you walk by each building and you glance through the windows, you see a different setup of dummies inside them, dressed in ragged clothes. In the bank, you see a group of dummies dressed in leathers, pointing crossbows at the banker, and several holding bags with money symbols on it. In the general store, you see 2 dummies staring at each other, and on and on. In the center of the road, you see a gnome on a platform with a wrench in hand, working on a piece of small machinery up on the platform. You see different levers and whatnot. And as you walk up, She doesn't see you. She is busy in her work.
Beard check.
She's a gnome, so there's.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't
I mean, not to say that females can't grow beards if you're not a dwarf, but she does not have one.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lady at the grocery store that had one.
Ahoy!
And she jumps at the start, and you see a gnome covered in colorful tattoos, and she kind of starts with it and goes, "Oh, are you the new recruits here?"
Oh, yeah, you could say that. Love your tattoos, by the way.
Oh,
Fantastic.
thank you. She blushes a little, and as she does that, she kind of fumbles a wrench and drops it. Oh, sorry, stupid me. And she picks it up. She goes, my name is Hespine Pinbottom. I am the engineer for the military group here. I work on this training course. I think I've got it working now. So just let me know when you'd like. They explained the rules, right?
No,
Not
they
the least.
explain nothing.
Oh, man.
You've already done this.
No,
yeah,
this I just got it working today. So if you started in the past week or two, it was not working then.
Yeah.
So the rules. Yeah. Let me see. She scratches her head. So I'm gonna pull a lever here when you want to start, and you see a big clock tower at the end of the road, and it's gonna start the timer, and it's going to grade you on how efficiently you can solve each scenario. Each building has a different setup of people with an interaction, and you can choose how you do it in whatever order you like. But the goal is to solve all scenarios for all the buildings, except for the sheds. They just store stuff. You're welcome to use anything out here. Do whatever you want with anything you find in this area. But essentially, you have to solve all the scenarios, and anyone you do not solve will be negatives against you.
Question.
Right, well,
Does it need to be working when we're done?
I would appreciate it, but that's why I've been working on this and why I'm here, because it can get a little raucous, and some people don't exactly know the right methods to deal with the scenarios, and it can get violent. So that's why I'm here to fix things. Just do what you can to solve the scenarios, and you'll be graded with how you handle them.
well, listen. I've got a way that we can both be happy. We don't have to damage anything at all. This is mostly a formality for us anyway. We just won a big game of griffball, and I said,
Griffball.
Griffball.
Griffball?
I correct him.
Sorry,
I correct him.
I'm from out of town, as you can see, and this is just a formality so my friends here can get a badge. So you don't even have to start this thing up. You can just say we passed, give us a record time, and we don't have to damage anything. And you don't have to fix anything. This works for everyone.
She goes, now this is my job, and I just got it working today. So I'd appreciate it if you'd at least let me check out the kinks in this thing to make sure it's working properly.
Okay. All right.
I'm still covered in blood.
What color is your turtle blood?
Probably red. I think turtles have
1,000-yard stare too.
Okay. She goes, okay, well, just let me know when you're ready, and I will pull the lever.
I can totally see this person saying that with that inflection. You were dead in character there. I'll pull the lever.
All right, guys. So,
Sold.
And you see her sit down at a chair with a thing of levers like all around her. And she is giddy with glee at getting to do this.
all right, guys. So,
Someplace.
where do you want to start? There's a whole bunch of. I'll explain what I saw in each of the windows. And
And you just got a general glimpse. I mean, if you want to go up, but the second you move from that spot, if you don't tell her, she's just going to pull the lever.
I'm
You
going
can see
straight
her
to the
get-
doctor's
Oh,
office.
and go. Let's go.
All right, so she.
He's not there.
Let me start my timer here.
Yeah, I'll follow. Or should we split up? Let's split up, gang.
Poor idea.
Go.
I'm
All
at
right,
the doctor.
So tell me where you're going first. Well, how about tell you what? If you guys are going to go in different directions, give me an initiative roll here. And
Nope.
17.
21.
5.
17.
21 is Tev, 17 is Vic. What'd you get?
5.
5 is Omal. And Marge is just going to go with whoever's the odd man out. So, tell me where you guys are going.
So he's going to the doctor's office. I'll go to the. Let's go to the bank. I'll go to the bank.
Vic, where are you going?
I saw crossbows in there.
I'm gonna go to the jail.
Oh, so Marge just says, I'm going to wander around out here because I don't want to just be rolling against myself and role-playing against myself. So she's going to wander around and provide help. So, Tev, as you approach the bank, peeking into the windows, you saw the people with the crossbows. But as you walk in, you see a massive metal door in the back with a large money symbol on it. In front of the door is a pile of boxes labeled TNT. 10 feet from the pile is a dummy holding an unlit match. You hear a scratchy record play as sound comes from hidden speakers. Evening, gents. If I can't open this here door, then I'll die trying.
Oh man!
Oh man!
0 to 60.
All right.
Get him,
so
Tiger.
I'm going first.
You see about 4 dummies huddled in the corner, and 3 more dummies opposite, closer to the door where you walked in, that are holding crossbows. But they are pointing them at the dummies in the corner and pay you no heed.
Okay.
Try to reason with the dummies.
Meta man, meta.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he's
that
got
was
this.
that was my first miss.
Argue with them. Say something about their motto.
Hold person.
Hey, listen, there's no need to blow that. You are going to kill everyone in here. That's a little rash. How about instead we all just take a breath and we can all talk about this and we can maybe come to an agreement where maybe you get out of here with some money in your lives and not blow us all to bits.
What kind of check are you making?
Persuasion.
Jeez.
Deidre wins best joke of the day.
Strong, sad voice stays on.
Roll.
In the bedroom.
So do the Miata slippers.
That was the worst roll of the day. Okay, so that would be a
That was
14.
the best joke of the day.
That was a natural 2.
Okay. So as you say this and make a pathetic persuasion attempt, you hear the record play again. If I can't open this here door, then I'll die trying.
Okay, so let's try this again. I'm going to do charm person on the dummy.
What kind of a check do I
dummy.
need to make?
Wisdom.
I was being sarcastic
DC
when I said
16.
reason with the dummies. This is what's happening though.
Oh, you were doing 19. So you're gonna miss.
Okay. Well, this is not working.
You see the
Go
dummy.
for the kill.
You see
Caleb,
the
you might
dummy's
be able to
head
act- you might
as
be
you
able
pass
to roll
turn
a bar.
person. You see the dummy's head spin a couple times and then come back into place, staring at you. Now the body hasn't moved. The head is spun around, and now you just see this like lifeless face on the dummy just staring at you. If I can't open this here door, then I'll die trying. And you see its hand start to move because you've made 2 turns with failed attempts. Its hand is moving towards the match to light it.
Okay, well, I'm going to do. I'm going to have to burn a spell now. It's going to be. I don't know what to do for flavor for this. I'm doing Tasha's Mind Whip on all of the hostile. all of the hostile enemies.
What does that do?
They all need to make intelligence saves.
Dummies.
Yes.
They've got to be at disadvantage here. Holy shit!
Can we say that's the one not holding the
No, I was
dynamite?
gonna start and work my way around. So the first dummy, natural 20. There, I've got 4 d20s. So the second dummy, the last one will be that's a 14, a 17. So 2 of them have passed, and the one with the match, 8.
Okay. So the one that mattered failed. Okay. So
What does this do?
they take 3d6 psychic damage.
Ooh.
So the damage is not the one that I was worried about, but
The
Okay.
best part is that Vixian's not witnessing this, so he doesn't know it, so he
so
can't
that's
give him
just
shit.
8 psychic
I know.
damage.
Okay.
And can't take a reaction until its next turn. And it chooses whether it gets an action. But I shouldn't have done a different one. Okay, so it chooses if it gets an action, a bonus action, or a movement. So it can only do one of those. So I'm basically ensuring that he's just going to light the dynamite. So at that moment, Tev just walks out. He doesn't care. We're going to pass this anyway. So he's just going to take the pass.
So as you walk out, you cool guy walk out of the building as boom.
And I'm going to say on the comms, don't worry, guys.
Hold on.
I blew them all up. It's okay.
Hold on.
Complete pass, A+.
All right. So as you walk
This
out,
with this voice is amazing. Just
and
I
as
won't
you
get
guys
tired
are
of
walking towards your respective buildings, you just hear this massive explosion, and the whole area rocks, and you see, and I.
The best part is, Tev is the only one who doesn't have to pass.
No, the guy said that he's not going to fail us anyway.
That's fair, that's fair. It's just
So
the only one with a badge.
Tev just decides this doesn't matter, so he's
Tear the whole place down.
I'm taking the ball and going home.
So Hespane kind of ducks her head as a dummy's arm goes flying over her, and make a dexterity save.
oh yes,
okay, a
yes.
save is
Please
not-
please add insult to injury.
I'm not at disadvantage on this.
With injury.
I'm only at disadvantage on strength saves, oddly. So that's going to be 15.
15. Okay, so that's enough to dodge the flying dummy limbs as they go flying past. And as you're walking, that same dummy's head that was staring at you lifeless rolls past you, comes to a stop, and is just staring at you, just lifelessly. And it almost feels like as you walk by, it kind of rolls, and you can't tell if it's just from the shake of the explosion or if it moved itself or what. But it's kind of creepy as the dummy's head just stares at you as you go by.
He said he was going to take himself out. He did it.
Vixian.
So
as you approach the jail,
They put
And-
Vixian in jail.
yeah, Vixian, you're in jail.
seems right, my people.
Are you going through the door?
Is there windows on the outside?
There is one window. Sorry, 3 windows on the back side of it, which you would only know if you walk to the back side. But and then there's one window to the left of the door.
Well, before I go in, I'm gonna kind of walk around the building and look.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Tev tosses the dummy head to the
Eight.
old lady.
Okay,
It didn't have to be this way.
So with an 8, you would as you walk around the building, you would see the back side 3 windows with bars across them. The one in the middle is broken and open, and you see the bars kind of bent out. And that's all you get with an 8 investigation check.
Okay, so I go back to the front door,
Go through the
walk on in.
Okay, so you see right through the door, a desk sits a few feet from the door with a single dummy sitting in the chair. His feet is propped up on the desk, a cowboy hat covering his face. And in the back of the room, you see a row of 3 empty jail cells, and you hear a scratchy record playing as soft snoring just repeated. And that's all you hear.
So the sheriff's asleep. And the bad guys are gone. I guess I look at the sheriff and I say, "You want to wake up?"
Make a persuasion check.
Good news. The bad guys are really
Or
gone because they
performance.
blew
Take
up the
your pick.
bank.
Performance or persuasion.
Comes to the same. 2 plus 1. 3.
So he doesn't stir.
I'm going to bang on the door jamb and say louder, "Anything in here to do?"
Okay, so at that you hear the record player, and you hear as you hear another record put on in place of it, and the dummy kind of jiggles a little, and the hat falls off it, and the feet fall off the desk, and that weight brings the dummy to where it's sitting up, and it's kind of staring at you, and you hear the record play, and it says, "Why, hello there, partner. What can I do for you?"
Was about to ask you the same thing.
Where's the crooks?
And you see the head spin in place as it looks at the back and spins back to you. And it goes, "Oh, gee golly, I don't know where the prisoners have gone. I hope they're not getting in any shenanigans."
Yeah. At which point...
He says, especially the ringleader. He's got a wife and 2 kids to live for.
Okay. So, I go a little farther in and look around.
And then you hear the record continue, and he goes, "If you could find them for me, you'd be doing me a mighty fine favor here."
Yeah, I kind of fucking
And then
figured this
at
is where
that,
this was going.
the feet swing back up onto the desk, and the cowboy hat falls back down over his face. And you hear the record.
I just kind of sigh real heavy and just walk in and kind of look around.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Investigation is 18.
Okay, so with that, you would notice that the 2 jail cells on either side of the one in the middle, the bars are bent just slightly to where somebody could fit into the center one. The center one's window is broken out, and you do see a little blood on the window, the back of it.
These dummies fucking bleed? So, I go up, I look at the blood. Is it real blood? Or is it paint?
Make a medicine check.
4.
No, you can't tell. Looks real to you.
Fucking weird.
That's all you get with that.
So, I turn around and I go and look around at the other cells.
They're empty.
Empty? Just nothing going on.
No.
Anything under the cot? And is there a cot in the
There's
cells?
no cots. You kind of get the feeling that this is more of an informative building, and you're supposed to get information from it to then use on the other buildings. There's not much going on in there.
Okay. Wow, I picked like the most dull one. I turn back to the sheriff dummy and I walk towards him and I ask him very loudly, because I'm still like a little off put by all this. Do you know where they might have gone?
And you hear the record switch, but Hesping doesn't even bother to pull the lever to make him sit back up, and you hear the same record play. If you could find out where they went, you'd be doing me a huge favor.
Fuck. So I walk out.
Okay. That brings us to Omal.
I burst through the door, and I'm putting on a glove as I say, "Did somebody call for a proctologist?"
So you see a single examining table sits in the middle of the room with empty shelves lining the wall. A single dummy dressed in a doctor in a doctor's outfit stands near the door, and there's a single window in the back. As you hear a scratchy record play. "Say guys, I turned my back and my patient stole all my healing potions and disappeared. Can you help me find him?"
I look around the room. Is there anything else in the room?
You want to do perception to
Yeah,
general
sure.
look, or do you want to investigate and like pilfer around stuff?
Well, perception.
Okay.
6 plus 7, so 13.
There is empty shelves, and you see a single open window in the back.
Yeah, I'll help you. And I go out of the building and around to where the
no,
window-
actually, you rolled high enough. I made that a pretty low check there. You see a few drops of blood leading from the table towards the open window,
That's what I figured.
and that's it.
You know what? I'll actually I go to look out the window.
Okay. Outside, you can make a perception check if you want to just glance out.
Yeah, that doesn't count. It's on the floor.
Okay. 13 plus 7.
You see an empty jar sitting on the ground out there.
Okay. Do you want your potions back, or just do you want me to bring the guys? We can throttle them.
You hear the record, and it says, "Please help me find him."
Okay. I go through the... No, I don't do that. I go out the building and around the back of it or wherever that is.
Okay, make an investigation check.
That's not going to do shit. That's a natural 1.
So you see the empty jar.
I pick it up.
You do notice from your earlier checks that the blood leading from the table out the window ends at that empty jar. So you pick it
Okay.
up.
And
It
I've
sa-
already
it says
failed looking around.
Healing potions in bright red letters, which you just barely are able to read with that pitiful investigation.
I put it back down where I found it because you know what? It's a problem. It's important.
We're back around to Tev.
Yes.
Hey, he's been the most successful one so far.
He blew up the building!
I know.
Complete fail!
No. He tried to do that. He succeeded.
Remember, he said that that's what he did.
Yeah, I succeeded. Okay, so hearing Nomos struggle on the radio, he feels like he might be able to help. So I'm gonna walk over to a mall, and I'm gonna give a sniff check.
Of a mall?
No, he's looking for invisible people. I have
like a lake.
a very good sniffer.
Okay.
I'm gonna see
Wait,
if
you're
I-
looking for invisible people?
Isn't that what you're looking for?
I'm looking for whoever made out with the.
The potion.
potions.
I thought you said
Okay.
invisibility potions. I'm
Healing
going to.
potions.
Gotcha. Healing
Doctor's
potions.
office.
Okay.
Pretty good
Actually,
doctor if you just have your wall lined with healing potions. I don't have to do anything. Drink this here potion.
This is great. I just gotta
That'd be
sit
800
here.
gold.
I'm
Oh,
going
I
to
see you dying from a gunshot wound. Here, drink this invisibility potion.
Now I don't have to watch you die.
Now the gunshot wound's gone.
Alternatively,
see if
invincibility
If I can
potion.
track them by smell.
Okay. So
I
you
like
walk
that you
over.
still went with the plan.
Yes. Which will be a 17 perception?
Damn.
Or wait, hold on. If it's perception, it's 17. If it's survival, it's 15.
You get the sniffer smell not from that side of the road. It leads away from that side of the road. So I'll at least give you it's on the opposite side of the road as far it leads to. Not which building, but just the side of the road.
I'm off. They went to the other side of town.
Vixen, you
Hucked
doing
him at the
anything?
general store.
I'll walk over to join them. Well, no, I don't. No, I don't. I'll walk over. I'll peek around the tavern. Look in the window.
Okay, make a perception check.
You think maybe after drinking a healing potion, they'd want to drink of something better?
Right now. 11.
So peeking in, you see a large open tavern with a handful of tables, 2 of them overturned, and against the back of the wall is a bar dotted with mugs and plates. In the far left are stairs leading up to the overnight rooms, and you see 4 dummies standing in the middle dressed in ragged clothes, holding their fists up ready for a fight. 1 lying on the ground. 1 dummy stands behind the bar in nice clothes, a top hat and a pencil-thin mustache drawn on his face.
I turn and I look at Teb and I say, "You got a whole bunch of soot and ashes on your cloak." And I turn back around and walk in the tavern in.
It's called success.
Oh, is that
Alright,
what
so
it
you
is?
walk into the tavern. Where are you guys going?
I said that too, by the way, as I was walking in. He goes, "It's called success." I go, "Oh, is that what it is?" And I just keep going.
I was going to check the tavern. I don't know, maybe you wanted a drink after all that.
I'm going to the general store.
Okay, so Vixian walks into the tavern with Tev. Vixian,
You already knew what I was going to do.
as you guys walk in, you hear a record scratchily play. "You stole my money purse, you thieving son of a gun! You cheated at cards. That money should be mine." And you see them start going rink, ink, and they're sloppily moving their fists in a fighting manner.
I just kind of look down and I sigh and I just go, "I fucking hate this place."
Occasionally, a fist connects with the other face, and it goes bzzz and spins around, and then it drops back down.
I take it back. This place is awesome. So, I just
Completely
I clear my throat and say, "What's going on here?"
What's going on?
He stole my money purse. He's a thieving son of a gun. Well, he cheated at cards. That money should be mine.
So, how do you know he cheated at cards? I look to the one that said that.
You just have to tell me what kind of a... This isn't a conversation. You can't have a conversation with the dummy with pre-recorded things. You just have to do something. And,
Kick their asses.
So you tell me what kind of a check you're making.
No.
So you can say that, and you can use an insight check to see if one of them's lying. But you have to you can't just pose a question and expect an answer.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. It's just so convincing. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do an insight check. Let's find out if one of these dummies is fucking lying.
On which one?
The one that said he cheated at cards.
Okay.
So we either have a cheater or a sore loser.
17.
17. So he truthfully believes that the other one cheated at cards. With the look on his face. He wholeheartedly believes it.
I wish I was more creative. I look to the bartender and say, "Can you please pour me a drink?"
Tev, you can.
Are there still cards on the table?
Yeah.
Can I kind of just look at the cards,
Sure.
like their hands, and see
Make
if I
an
can
investigation
discern?
check.
Fucking rude.
7.
Okay. You see cards on the table.
But kind of like pick them up and
Yeah.
look and see what they are, like
Yeah.
and see if they try and discern. Actually, I'm gonna look at the guy who's accused of cheating and see if I can like look in his sleeve, see if he's got cards up his sleeve
Okay.
or something like
Make an
that.
investigation.
See, I wouldn't have fucking
We'll
thought.
do a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Uh-oh.
Ran into the wall. No big deal.
I'm at disadvantage on sleight of hand.
Found the wall. Why are you at disadvantage? I thought you fixed that.
No, not yet. Dexterity, ability checks. I'm at disadvantage.
Oh.
It's not bad. 15.
Okay, yeah, so you reach up into his sleeve, and you do feel something.
I'm going to pull it out.
You pull it out, and there's a card from his sleeve.
All right, bud. I think it's time for you to pay up. You're cheating. Or yeah, let him have his money.
And the one that accused him of cheating goes, "See, I told you he was cheating." And the other one goes, "Well, gee golly, you caught me, mister. Here's your money." And you hear a bell ring.
He's 1 for 2.
2 for 2.
I'm literally standing at the bar saying, is there any liquor back here at all? And I'm just looking over the bar, looking to see if there's any.
Make a perception check.
Good luck with that. Kev walks out.
After that would be Omal's
24.
24. So 24, you would see a bunch of flasks and jars and different things like that. They're all empty though.
Fuck.
You do see like some softly handwritten things on them, like whiskey and vodka and this and that. Firewater, dragon's breath, and just stuff scrawled across it, and you can see it looks like somebody like tried to paint like there's liquid in it by painting on the outside and just did a sloppy job.
Could have just used water.
I just
Nice
said,
throwback.
Vixie just says fuck, walks out and shoves the guy that was cheating at cards down, pushes the dummy over.
You hear a wah wah wah, and you lose 10 points for that.
Yeah.
You're being graded on how successfully you handle something in violence. You just committed an act of violence.
I stand by it.
This close to getting a perfect score at the tavern. Okay, so
Did a great job at the fucking bank.
Omal walks into the general store.
Do I see a man selling potions?
You see 2 rows of shelves stocked with empty boxes. On the opposite side of the store, you see a counter with a clerk at one side and a peasantly, poorly dressed man on the other. "Say, pal, this box of wheat plus, now with more wheat. It's doubled in price since last week. I can't afford this."
Oh, now we're getting topical.
"Well, buddy, you know how supply and demand works." "Well, guy, you know how this knife here works, and I think it should be free."
Just
Taking a
just
drink.
0 to 60 every time. You're getting a lecture on supply side economics, and all of a sudden now you got a buck knife at your throat.
Hold up. And I walk over and I take the knife.
You're gonna grab the knife?
Yeah, no, I'm not hurting him. I'm just taking the knife.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
That's gonna hopefully work. Abilities.
Dude, if you get outdexed by a dummy, I'm gonna piss myself.
19.
Oh, you get it. So you reach up and you grab the hand, And now to pull or grab the knife, but to pull it away, we're going to do an athletics, opposed athletics.
I would like to rage.
So you've at least contained the situation. Now you're trying to get the knife away from him.
Do you lose points for getting angry?
Okay. Let's see what you roll here.
Oh, I didn't even need it. Nat 20.
I rolled a natural 22.
Not fair. His dice has 22 on
Okay.
it.
I get strength plus 2, so that's a 22.
Mine's a +7.
Yeah. So you feel him, like, as you grip him, you just see his little dummy arm, like, flex. And you're like, oh, and you just flex right back and just rip it right out of his grasp. So you pull the knife out of it, and now you have a dummy standing in front of you.
Sir, I'm taking you to jail.
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation, whatever you want to do.
I'm bad at both, so.
Don't you get to use strength?
You just get to use strength for your intimidation.
Oh, can I?
Because you're barbarian.
Oh, what? I did not know that.
I didn't realize that, really.
Does that mean I'm raging? Do I get advantage on it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You're pretty scary right now. I mean, you just ripped the knife out of his
Those things
hand.
are super.
Okay, so that would
Practically
be
drink the
15.
grease out of
Okay,
it.
yeah,
Delicious.
so as you grip him and you just stare him intently in the eyes, in his cold, dead, dummy eyes, and you're like, get to jail, you hear a record play. Oh, gee, buddy, I think I figured out what I've done wrong. I'll be getting myself to jail now. And then the dummy turns and walks towards the door. As you're, and then as he gets to the door, he just goes limp and goes lifeless. And you hear a bling.
I give him his knife back and I leave.
Nice job. Tev's gonna walk towards the shed.
Okay.
On the side with the general store.
Okay. As you go towards the shed, you can make an investigation check.
8.
So you see a wooden door in front of the shed.
A wooden door. That's all I see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk around and see if there's any windows to the shed.
There are 0 windows. It's a shed with a door.
I'm going to check the door for traps.
Okay.
This seems suspicious.
Always check for traps.
7. That is worse than.
Looks like a door.
I'm going to open this door, and I open the door.
So you announce that loudly?
Yes.
Okay. So open the door. You hear a slight ding, ding, and then you hear wah wah as the door swings open and an arrow bolt flies at your face. So make a dexterity save.
I don't know why these aren't at disadvantage, but it says it's
Just
not.
harmless fun.
14.
Do you have your shield
That was a
equipped?
1.
Okay. All right. So the arrow, harmlessly flies over your shoulder, and so you feel like announcing your presence was the proper thing to do as a guard.
It hits
But-
Marge.
So you get bonus points for that, but
Oh,
you
wow.
did not detect the trap, so you get negative points for that. So you passed it, but not. So as you walk in, you see a rack of weapons. You see a few short swords, a few spears, some stuff, just your general run-of-the-mill weapons, and they're all along the walls. And otherwise, if you want to make an investigation check, you can,
Okay.
or perception, whichever. Glancing around, or if you're actually going in and looking at them.
I'll just do a perception. I'm better at that. Well, 8. I'm rolling poorly now.
Okay. Yeah, you just see a
Quick, get the other dice.
all kinds of general weapons there.
Alright. I'm actually going to walk in now because
Yeah.
I want to see if that guy's in there. The guy who stole the healing potion. So.
Okay. So looking around, with that, I mean, you don't see anybody. It's just an open shed with racks of weapons along the walls. There's not really any hiding spot.
Okay. Are these actual weapons?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to take these?
Hespane said, like I said before, do whatever you want with anything here on site.
I kill her. No.
I don't know. I feel like this is unnecessary at this point. I'll have a look at the weapons just to see what's there.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Natural 20.
Yes,
So
it
look
matters.
at all
It matters
my
so much. How does the steel look? Is it Valyrian?
So, the weapons themselves look fairly nondescript, but on the pommel right at the crossguard, you see the image etched into of a sunburst on each weapon.
Okay. I'll take, there's like a short sword or something.
Yep.
I'll pick one of those up.
Okay.
Why not?
You take a short sword. You can add a short sword to your inventory, or if you're just planning on using it for this, it's up to you. Vixian.
I turn. I walk towards the church.
Okay.
I get it. Yeah.
So you're going towards the church. What is everybody else doing?
I want to look in the alleys between these buildings, see if I see the potion thief.
Okay. Make an investigation check for each alleyway.
First one's 15 plus 6, so 21.
Okay. So there's nothing here. Go to the next one.
Do I count it? It's an 18 plus 6.
I mean, it's up to you.
Sure, we'll
You-
count.
Okay.
18
So-
plus 6.
As you get in the alleyway of the Tavern Inn, you find a second jar there. Scrawled healing potion.
I look behind the buildings.
You see a back door to the tavern.
Ah, I walk in the back door of the tent.
It brings you in.
Oh wait, hold on. I announce I'm coming in, and then I walk in.
Okay, so you walk into the tavern, and you come in the backside, and you're next to the bar, and right next to the stairs going upstairs.
I go upstairs.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything, Tev?
I feel almost got the tavern pretty well covered. I'll walk across and look at the other shed. Why not?
Okay, so as you get upstairs, you see a row of rooms. There is 3 on each side.
I go to the first one on my left. Knock, knock, knock. Guard, and I come in.
You go in. Okay, the door's locked. You try to. You can make a strength check if you want.
Caleb, Mario RPG.
You're basically turning the doorknob and just walking into it. So make a strength check.
I'm raging, am I not?
You make it at the end if you want.
Oh, 5 and a natural 1, so 12.
Bam! You hit
12.
it. I'm gonna give you 2 bludgeoning damage. Reduce to 1.
Me personally.
Yes, you personally. Door does not open, and you get no response from the other side.
Oh, Mal, let me know if you need the strength of persuasion.
So you went to
I'm
the
talking to a door.
You went to the first one on the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try the first one on the right.
Okay. Same thing. Are you just gonna try to open it and go in, or what? What are you doing here?
Guard.
Oh, strength check.
They're all locked. Okay. Oh, that one probably works, but we'll roll both. Okay, so 17 plus 7.
Okay, so the door cracks open. You hear the door frame give as the door buckles and swings in. And as you look in, you just see an empty room with a single bed, and there's nothing in there.
You know what? We're going to keep breaking doors. This is fun. I look around the room before moving on to another one. Nothing. Okay. I walk back to the door I couldn't open.
Okay.
And I'm going to open it.
Okay.
Probably not with that one. 8 plus 7.
That opens it.
Yay!
Same thing. Empty door on the left.
Next room.
Where are you going?
Next room on the left.
On the left? Okay. So just for sake of time, because you're just going to repeatedly try until it breaks open. The door opens, empty.
Next on the right.
On the right. So you get to that, and tell me how you approach the door.
I once again yell, "Guard!
And you
I'm
just try to
coming
force yourself
in."
in.
Actually, I politely knock.
And only because I changed up the way I explained the scenario.
Super meta
Are you
right now.
metagaming?
He's metagaming.
You're raging.
No.
Would that really be how
That's
Almo
a good
acts?
point. We're going in. 12 plus 7.
Okay.
Guard!
So you push the door open.
just
You hear
punches
crack,
through the
and
door.
as the door opens, a crossbow bolt comes flying at your face. You're gonna have to make
Deflect missiles.
All right, whatever it is.
Catch missile and throw it back.
17 versus AC. What is your AC?
17.
Okay.
Hold on. I think I can do that. Hold on.
10 damage.
Wait, no. I can do stuff. This is pointless, but I can do stuff. Deflect missiles.
I would like to burn 5
Okay,
key
use your
points.
reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you hit range attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 12. Oh, okay, so I just roll a d10 plus 12.
Yep. You gotta beat 10. D10 plus 12?
Yeah, 1d10 plus 12.
Well, you gotta beat 10. So you're gonna beat it.
20. That means since I reduced it to 0,
You can
I
catch it.
have it in my hand and I can throw it back.
Okay, so you have a crossbow bolt in your hand.
I throw it back.
Okay, make an attack.
16 plus. That's just throwing it. I don't
Okay. Make a damage attack. D8 plus 2.
know. D8.
Or, yeah, D8 plus
I
2.
think this is going well.
Superb. Superb.
So 5.
Okay, so the arrow connects with the dummy's face and leaves a puff of red paint on its face. And you hear a ding! Wah, wah. As you solved the scenario, but in doing so, you killed the person.
Are the potions in there?
Make an investigation check.
15 plus something. Shit.
So if I had been clever, then I would have said no.
Oh,
but
-1, so 14.
you do see a pile of bottles on the bed with him. So
My work here is done.
and you see in his hand a picture of a dummy lady with a wig and 2 smaller dummy children, as mentioned in the jail. Would have been a nice talking point to talk him off the ledge. But
Caleb
He
is
shot at
literally
me.
Brick from Borderlands.
okay, so Tev and Vixian are outside. Vixian is walking towards the church by himself. As you approach the church, are you going in?
Yeah.
Okay. You see several rows of pews fill the room with at least 10 hooded dummies. The walls are lined with wax candles, and at the far side is an altar with a hooded dummy holding a baby dummy over a small tub atop the altar. A heavy wooden cross adorns the wall behind the priest. As you hear a scratchy record play, and then you just hear deep Gregorian chanting.
They have a didgeridoo.
Okay. I
light a torch.
Can I hear the chanting on the comms?
If he wants you to.
go
You're-
ahead.
You're at the doorway.
Yeah. I can't turn around and go back. Because I would absolutely just do that because it's creepy.
I mean, it's whatever you think your character will do.
I know. I'm thinking what he would do. He probably wouldn't turn around and go back. I walk in and just kind of stare around and see if a record plays or something. Just
So
to
you
wait.
heard the record play, and you just
Okay,
hear
so it's
Gregorian
just the
chanting.
chanting. So I keep walking in and I look around at the dummies.
Okay.
Do I notice anything?
You're not radioing for anybody?
Huh?
You're not radioing for anybody?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna let Tev see what's in the shed first, because it's much less descriptive than the church.
I'll knock. Guard! Guard! Sorry.
You trying to go in?
I'm seeing if there's any answer. If there's not,
There's
then
not.
I'll try the door.
Okay, it's unlocked.
I will open the door without checking for traps.
Okay.
Okay, there it is.
As you walk in, nothing happens to you.
Okay.
Same as the other shed. You just see a few racks of weapons. What are you doing, buddy? Ruff, ruff. That's what I'm doing.
He's a dog today.
Alright, there's nothing here. Oh.
Okay. So while because this is the last building, so while he's doing that, whatever you guys want to do while he's doing this, just announce what you're wanting to do here.
Guys, I think we've passed the flying colors.
Yeah, Ted will just walk over to the gnome lady operating the levers and brag about how great we are about at everything. So.
Okay, make a whatever check you think would be good for that.
I'm going to call that deception,
Okay.
if I'm being honest.
Amal, what are you doing?
That was a funny sentence, though. Deception, if we're being honest.
I'm just walking out. I don't even know what to do now.
Oh, that's pretty good. 19. 19.
Yeah, so she looks at you. She goes, "Yeah, you guys are doing pretty good for being the first people to try this.
I mean, when we really apply ourselves,
I don't really have anybody to compare this to, but
well, no one will do as good as we did, especially in that bank scenario. That one's a real stumper. You really got to be on your game for that one. I feel like I handled it better than anyone possibly could.
Motherfucker could sell ice to an Eskimo.
all right. So you guys are out there. Amal's wandering around. Tev is bragging, and she seems to be eating this up. And because you can tell she doesn't really get to socialize very much. She's usually in wherever fixing stuff, so she's eating this up.
She has to fix a lot.
Fixian, you're doing what now in the church?
I'm continuing to kind of stroll down the aisleway, and I'm looking at the dummies. Do I notice anything?
They're all staring forward at the altar intently with their hoods drawn up and dummy faces lifelessly staring at the priest.
Okay. So I head up and I look at the priest. Do I notice anything odd or off about him?
Make an investigation check.
Got it.
That's my investigation. It's a natural 24. 24?
24? Okay. So as you walk up to the dummy, you see this priest is in much nicer robes than the dummies out in the pews, and it's holding the baby up. And as you get up to him, you see the baby lift up, and you hear the record switch over, and he says, and you hear the record say, "With this baby shall you be brought back into existence."
Ooh, that changes things.
Oh.
And he starts to lower it towards the tub on the altar.
What's in the tub?
With that hive investigation check, you would notice there is a red liquid in there.
I get on the comms. I say, guys, you're going to want to come to church. Youth group's doing some weird stuff today.
Ooh, like arts and crafts.
Yeah, like art. Just come here, fucking now.
Everybody's got 1 round to figure out what they're doing here before the baby touches the liquid.
If I hear chants on the radio, I might be okay going there. Tev is very interested in music, so if he hears the chants, but
I'm here.
if I don't hear that over the radio, he's probably just going to stay there and talk.
Okay.
Make a perception check, because keying up the comms, you would get to hear what's going on around you.
14.
Yeah, I mean you'd hear it.
I have.
That's
It's
some lovely
actually-
music going on in the church. I think I'm going to go investigate.
It's actually getting louder now with him, with the other priest.
40 speed. I'm running up to the altar.
Tev
okay.
will make his way over there.
So he just said get to church. So as you get in, you can make a perception check.
+6, so 60.
So I mean, you see a hooded figure holding a smaller dummy, lowering it towards a bowl. And Tev.
Yeah, I'll walk in and say, "Town guard, what exactly is going on here?"
And with that, with the announcing of the town guard, and the door slams behind you, and the wax candles flare up, and
It's a good effect.
the hoods of the dummies and the pews fall back around their shoulders, and these dummies are an off shade of white. All the others were like a peachy skin color dummy to make them look more lifelike, even though they're pretty obviously mannequins. These are a pale off-white colored dummy. And all the dummies turn towards you guys, and as the candles are flaring up, you see the light from the windows just dim, and it's almost pitch black in there other than the candles lit up, giving off this eerie flickery light. And you see the arms of all the dummies in the pews start to lengthen as they hit the floor and start dragging as they all start walking towards you.
I'm gonna go acquire the baby.
I'm going to roll for initiative for the dummies.
Oh man. I guess that means we're rolling for initiative.
I think we're already in initiative, weren't we?
Yeah, you guys
I guess
are
we already
already
rolled initiative. Yeah, that's right.
So that'd be 8.
Are they faster than me? I don't remember what I rolled. Yep.
Yep. So you're going last. So we're gonna start out with Tev. Your turn 1. You see 5 dummies on either side of you walking towards you with arms dragging on the ground.
Resort to violence.
You know, I've really had enough of this. Why don't you just die, you miserable walking dolls? That's vicious mockery, wisdom save.
Okay.
At the closest one to me.
I like Mad Tev.
Okay. 15.
That's a fail. And that's going to be 9 psychic damage and disadvantage on a weapon attack.
Ooh.
Next attack roll, sorry. Next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay. So as you do this, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception, that would be 16.
So as you're saying this, you know the room got nice and dark, but there's an odd glowing coming from your belt. And as you look down, the short sword, is that what you took from the shed? With the sunburst is glowing a bright yellowy white.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to...
You have fucked up.
I'm going to... No, I think that we need to use that on them. I'm going to draw that, and I will hand it to Vixian because I'm actually not proficient with short swords. I realized that after I added it to my inventory.
Vic,
So
you're
I'm
up.
handing you a glowing short sword with my bonus action, I guess.
Yep. So that would give Vixian, you just use your sword stats if you want to use that, plus 8 to hit.
So I nod to Tev, and I turn and I attack the one that's closest to me.
Okay.
Would I
add 8 to your attack.
scimitar? The only thing I have is a scimitar.
Yeah, that's
plus
what I'm
one.
saying. Just add. It's just the same style of attack. So
Okay.
roll a d8 or a d20 and add 8 to it.
18.
So that hits. So you don't even need to roll damage. As this glowing sword arcs through and connects with the dummy, it just bursts into flames and disintegrates.
So it makes sense. So I go ahead and do the same thing for all of them.
You have 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
So you can't hit all of them.
Okay, I didn't know if. So I'm gonna go
You're
ahead
just
and
gonna
make.
start spinning around and take about 10 turns.
All right.
Alright.
So I roll again. Modified 26.
Okay, yeah. So second one. Arc through the air, connect with it, and you hear like a little squeal. So we got 2 of them. Alright, so there's 8 dummies left, plus the priest. You gonna do anything else? You got any bonus actions?
I guess it's a free action to yell at Amal and ask if he got the baby.
Working on it.
Okay, so on the next up are the dummies, and you're going to have 8 dummies swinging at you guys. There are 3 of you out, so you're each going to get 2 attacks, and then the 9th one will go after Vixian because he's the one with the sword. Okay, so we'll hit Tev first. Jeez, 19 and 20 versus AC.
Yeah, that'll be 2 hits.
She has really good aim with those levers outside.
6 bludgeoning damage.
That's not so bad.
Versus Omal. 8 and 4.
Miss.
And Vixian.
16.
3, 10, and 20. So you will take 2 bludgeoning damage. And then it is Omal's turn.
I'm going up toward the baby.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm taking the baby.
So let's make a
Gently taking the baby.
opposed athletics check.
Am I still raging from the tavern?
I
Or
mean, there
where-
would have been time walking between it, so you'd have
Okay.
to.
Well, I'm out of rages then. That's fine. Opposed athletics. Nat 20.
Oh, jeez. Natural 1. So
Who won?
As you see him lowering the baby, you just hear, and you hear gears grinding as it's trying to lower, and you see the arm shaking as if it's caught on something. You hear Hespine out there curse loudly. I can't believe it's supposed to be fixed. And so you can you just grab the baby. It's just sitting there hovering in front of your face as you gently pick up the baby. Okay. And
Now I have a baby.
you can add a baby to your inventory.
Yes!
Get in there.
Right in the shell.
Is that what you're doing?
Sure. For the moment.
Okay. Tev?
So Tev is
I mean,
going.
yeah, it's fine. Maybe use a hammer to fix the baby.
When all you have is a hammer.
Tev is going to pull out his dagger and cast
All
light
your
on it
problems because of nails.
and make it glow.
On the baby?
On my dagger.
Oh, on your dagger?
I'm going to hold it out and try and make him think that it's one of the sword. Maybe try and scare them off.
Okay.
A for creativity. A for creativity.
That's all I'm going to do.
I'm gonna kill the zombies?
Vixian.
I'm gonna make another attack.
Okay.
11.
That is a miss.
Another attack. 23.
Yep, that's a hit. So mark another one off. Dust falls to the ground. That brings us to the dummies. There are 7 dummies left. So you're each going to get 2 again. With one at the end. There were 8. So I guess I should have... Hold on. Yeah, you have a baby. So yours is going to be fun. All right, so let's see. Tev first. 16 and 7.
Both misses.
Against Vixian. 16 and 4.
16 is my armor class.
Okay, so 1 hits you for 6 bludgeoning. 2 versus Omal, 19 and 21. I keep rolling so high against you.
Harder, Daddy.
You're going to take 7 bludgeoning damage.
What did you say my damage was?
6.
6, thank you.
Okay.
And,
Almost got 16.
And then the last one will be against Vixian because you've got the sword. 8. Man. You're the only one that's taken hits here, which brings us to Omal.
Okay. Can I still attack even though I have the baby?
Yeah, you're doing one-handed, so...
Magical feet.
My hand is magic. I only need one hand to do an unarmed attack, right?
So we'll say you won't be able to do like a flurry of blows. If
That's
you want.
fine.
You can still do your 2 attacks, but no
Okay.
flurry of blows.
Okay. I swing at a dummy. And that's a 16 to hit.
Okay, and it's just magical? It's not specific type?
It just says magic.
Okay, yeah. So you hit it with a resounding thump, and nothing happens.
Bad news, guys. We need that sword. I'm gonna hit him again for fun, though.
Okay.
14 plus 7.
Okay, another thump. You feel impacting, but it's just not doing
Yeah,
anything.
can confirm. Vic.
Tab, you're up.
Alright. Tev is going to swing at one of the dummies with his glowing dagger.
Okay.
Sunlight.
Actions. So that's going to be a 9. I have a feeling that misses.
So your dagger just sinks into the arm and sticks there, and you now make a strength check.
That, I think, is a disadvantage.
Your big giant elephant at
I know.
disadvantage.
I know.
You're towering
This
over
kind of
this
reads
dummy.
like shitty Dex
Hey.
Cat.
You can't pull the dagger out.
Shitty. We'll never forget Shitty Dex Cat.
You do anything else other than swing your dagger?
No.
All right, Tab, you're up. Or not Tab. Vixen, you're up.
Bring us home, Vic.
Second verse, same as the first. Is there any way I could position myself to try to knock out 2 with 1 hit?
I just had an idea.
Make
It's
an
not my turn.
acrobatics check.
What would be my
That'd be under skills.
athletics?
Acrobatics.
There it is,
Plus
acrobatics.
7.
I got it. 19 plus 7.
Oh, 20. Okay, yeah, good. I was going to be a pretty high check for you to do that. So you roll to the side and just come up with a wide arc. So
Now roll an attack.
I'm going to raise the AC a couple, too, for you to do such a wide, reckless attack here.
Okay.
That rolled a lot.
15.
Oh, just at it. So you make a wide arc, and just two of them, and just ash floats into the ether. You've got
Dope.
5 left.
I'm gonna go ahead and just go for one of them.
Ultimate power.
Ultimate destiny.
So 14.
14. That hits. Are you?
That's
So all right. So you swing wide, take out 3 of them, and you've got 4.
I have a bonus action.
Yeah.
I tossed the sword to Omal.
Can you use short
I have a baby.
Oh, that's true.
Which you're cradling in one arm. I mean, you can attempt it. If there's a sword flying through the air towards you, he said it.
I mean, I toss it in a manner with which he could catch it.
Stop it with the baby. All right, make a dex check.
Stop it with the baby.
Athletics check. I guess to be
missile.
athletic.
5 plus 6.
11.
11.
And you have such a so you catch it. It's very clumsy, and you have to like juggle it a little bit, but you catch it. So that brings us to the dummies. We're gonna make a few swings.
Bit chilly out there, eh?
When you guys are almost done, or done, can you carry some things down there for me? Because I gotta take the tree
So Omal will take 1 bludgeoning damage, and Big Sheen will take 5.
and that chair.
Okay, that brings us to Omal.
I now have a sword.
Yes.
I walk up to the priest, and I use it on him.
Okay. Make an attack.
Is that plus 8 or 7? For me, I was plus 7 with the dagger.
So it's the same with the dagger.
Okay.
It's a martial
So
weapon.
18. 18.
Okay, yeah, that connects.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
What's the damage of the sword?
D6. Plus your dexterity.
So 3.
No, it'd be plus strength. Yeah, plus strength.
So 4 damage.
4 damage. So the sword sinks into the dummy, and one of his arm drops to the ground, and you hear a hissing noise as its eyes flare red at you.
I swing again.
Okay.
The 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. So roll for damage.
The same 4.
Okay, so the other arm drops to the ground, and you hear a hissing noise, which brings us to Tev.
Okay, so I'm going to approach and use the. Oh wait, I still got my dagger. I'm going to. Is it an action to try and pull my dagger out?
Depends on how you roll. If you roll poorly, it will be an action. If you roll well, it'll just be a quick motion.
Like, you know what? I don't really care. I'm just going to. I'm going to use the help action to distract one of the dummies
Okay.
to give someone else advantage on an attack. And for the flavor of this, it's just going to be Tev using a few prestidigitation effects, the flash of light in the bows and all that good stuff.
Okay. Vixen,
So
you don't have your glowing weapon.
I don't have my glowing weapon, so I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna go towards them all.
Okay. And do what?
Ask him if I can have my sword back for a minute.
Is it a free action to hand him the sword back? It's not my turn.
We'll take one of your attacks.
Okay.
So you can grab it and do a swing.
I'm just gonna borrow that. I was like, I'll be back.
Okay. So you
could
have
kill
one
the
attack.
priest. He's right here.
I'm gonna go ahead and actually kill the priest. Yeah.
Okay,
Makes more
make an
sense.
attack.
Makes more sense. Makes more sense.
Who are you distracting, Ted? One of the.
I just said one of the dummies. So
Okay.
I didn't specify the priest, so.
16.
That hits. Roll for damage. D6 plus your dex. D6 plus 3.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. 4.
4 total. You rolled 1.
Yeah.
Yes. So you grab the sword from Omal and just try to drive it into the chest, and it sticks into it, and you hear some hissing noise, and you actually see where the blade enters his chest. It burns around the chest, and sinks about halfway in, and the priest is still glaring at you with glowing red eyes. Which brings us to the dummies, and as the priest is staring at you, it's going to actually drive the sword in deeper as it pulls itself closer to you, snapping at you with its dummy jaws. And it's going to make a bite attack at you.
That's horrific.
6. Jeez. And the other 4 dummies are going to swing at Omal and Ted.
Since it missed, I just want to.
Why did I roll so well? 19 and 21. And against Tev, 3 and 2 natural ones.
Oh, cool.
I've got my hand, by the
I'm
way,
seeing
on the
bias
forehead
You're
of
going
this
to take
thing.
5 bludgeoning damage, Omal.
You
Jeez.
bias your
I
game
roll so
god.
well against you.
I just said he somehow survived.
Tev, you're up.
Okay. I'm still going to be just full on prestidigitation, light,
Oh,
smoke.
one of those should have been a disadvantage.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, so take back 3 of that damage. So add 3 back. Yeah.
Actually, I'll even just, stand there and play the flute as all this is coming
Make a
up.
performance check.
Yes. Okay, that's going to be 28.
I think it worked.
Okay, they all look at you. Omal, you're up. I forgot to give you your turn last time.
Everybody, follow the
I
dancing
take my
elephant.
sword back.
Okay, that's one of your attacks.
I hit the dummy.
The one that it's in his chest.
You see your fingers?
I shove Vixen out of the way and I shove it deeper.
Okay,
Ow,
make an attack.
What the fuck?
Let's do a post strength check here.
Okay.
Plus 0.
It is a washable marker.
3.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you shove that thing in farther and even give it a little twist just for good measure. As it burns and you see the blackening around the chest spread even more as the chest cracks in half and splinters out and just the priest turns to ash and just floats off.
Nice. Are all the dummies still here?
The other 4 just kind of drop to the ground. You hear clattering as the wooden limbs hit the ground. All the candles along the wall go dark, and it's just instant darkness for a split second before the light in the windows comes back, and you see the bright sunlight from the day flood in. And
Go team.
You hear a ding with a slight wah wah, but not as loud as wah wah as you're used to. So it's only a slight.
Task failed successfully.
You succeeded, but you had some missteps.
Indeed.
All right, so
I put the baby in the liquid.
you hear a loud wah wah. Everything goes dark again. A portal rips open and tentacles come out and tear you from limb to limb.
Oh.
It would
Can't
have
wait for
gotten
the next campaign.
it would have gotten pretty rowdy if you guys had let the baby get in the liquid. So
That was hysterical, though.
so you guys leave the church after this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just put the baby on a pew. I don't get it.
So you walk out of the church, and Hespine is you can let's do a perception check.
Nope.
Dirty 20.
So Tev would see this.
Mine's only a 10.
I got a 16 plus, what would you say? Perception?
Plus your wisdom.
Let me see what that is. Hang on.
Perception plus 6.
So it's 22.
Okay, so you guys see Hespine sitting at her desk or at her chair, and there's just sweat pouring off of her face, and she's just like, I heard Seamus was given some upgrades, and that he brought in outside consultants to do that, but that was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, you guys shouldn't have probably hired the goth
I
kids.
tried to warn you.
But let me give you the results here. So, the bank, utter failure.
Perfect score.
You get a -10 for the bank. The tavern.
I look at Tev and I'm like, you sold that a little different.
The tavern. You get a +20 for solving the bar fight. But because you committed an act of violence as you left, remember, you're a town's guard, so what you do reflects on the city. Because you committed an act of violence on the way out, that's a -10.
Guy can go fuck himself.
So you're at 0 right now. -10, +20, -10. Turtle Man went upstairs, found the person who escaped from the ringleader who escaped from the jail. So that's a +20. but he killed the guy instead of bringing him to jail. So that's a -10.
He attacked me first. It was self-defense.
It's not the guard's job to murder people. It's the guard's job to defend the city and bring people to jail.
Thin blue line.
So you are at a +10 right now. The general store, flying colors passed, +20. So you were at 30. The jail, you found most of the pertinent information. So I'll give you 10 for that. So you're at 40. The doctor's office. You found all of the pertinent information but one. There was a receipt next to the bottle that you did not notice that told you what tavern room he was in. And
I got there.
so I'll give you +15 because you didn't do anything rash. You found the information that led you to what you needed. You realized you were missing the bottles, or, the health potions, and you found the evidence next to the tavern.
And killed the guy.
So that's +15, which puts you at 55. The church, you successfully dispatched the problem, but again, as the guards, it is not your duty to annihilate what you see as threats. It is your duty to protect and get the people out of there. So I'll give you the 20 for solving it, and it was kind of a weird scenario, so I'll only take away 5. I'm feeling a little nice today. So that's +15. So that puts you at 70.
Didn't fucking matter.
How about an extra 10 for style?
You did brag, and you did approach her, so I'll give you 10. And I'm gonna tell you, your threshold was 75. So that puts you at 80. The only reason and that was not to pass. So that's the thing, is you weren't trying to pass here because, like you said, you had you had a golden ticket. You just had to run through this. However, for getting high enough marks and proving that you could be a helpful guard, she pulls a lever and a trapdoor opens and a little elevator comes up with a tiny goat.
Yay!
So you met the threshold by 5 points.
Oh, there were stakes in this.
There were stakes.
Right. You could have passed it and gone on your merry business, but because you did so well, you get the level for this.
We could have missed that.
That was close.
I mean, my utter failure at the bank made that pretty close.
I don't know, me shoving that guy on the way out because I'm still upset
If you hadn't done those,
about Doc
you
not
would have
being
easily passed it, but
because I'm still upset about Doc not being here, and no one's asking me how Vixian's doing.
so you guys all get the level up.
I've made a note, but I can't do anything because
I know
my character doesn't like you. So.
I
I can't do anything.
and I'm probably
openly
not
about
going to
it.
respond in a constructive manner to you because my character doesn't like you.
Oh, Malsey's happy to be here.
I get to fix my character now.
So everybody gets the level up.
Which I will get to right before we start the next game.
As usual.